woman, she does not understand what's up. But I'm here to reassure you that the things that mommy have been saying to you is nothing but the truth. First of all, as a young lady, I started serving God from when I was 6 years old. That's when I did my first ministration in the choir. And so you're not too young to serve. I started fasting from that age. I started attending night vigils from that age. Some of you, a lot of you here are already older than 6 years old. The first thing for me is know your God. Because when you know your God, you know your worth. Take God seriously. He's the one that guided me to where I am. I know that you are open now. Back then, we didn't have so much conflicting information everywhere. But now it's there. Even the 8 years old, even the 9 years old, you will be shocked at the kind of things they already know. But back then, it wasn't like that. But you know what saved me? I was under the umbrella of the Almighty God. I did not play with the things of God. At a tender age, I worshipped God in truth and in spirit. I was never found wanting in the house of God. So if your mommy have been telling you, go for Bible study, go for this, and you might think she's disturbing you. She's not disturbing you. Sometimes I tell people, you know, the level of Christianity, you know, that I encountered, it wasn't even from my mom. I wasn't even attending the same church with my mom. I was attending a church close to my house. They saw that I could sing. They started nurturing me. So that was my early stage. That's where I was rooted in before, you know, I think the church left the community, and then I had to join my parents in their own church. So mommy might not even have all the time to, you know, call you to sit down for Bible study. But the house of God is where you would learn all of these things. You know why it's very important? It's very important because it makes you to make the right decision. When those girls in class are telling you, let's sneak out and go here that the school is not permitting you to go to, it is the fear of God in you that will tell you, no, you can't do this. And don't hide who you are. You have power in you. Don't sit on the fence. There are some of us that are sitting on the fence. When they say people who are going to church, yes, you are here. When they say people, you know, the Barbies, the baddies, you are still there. And trust me, it makes things difficult for you. Because you would always face circumstances where you have to make drastic decisions. And if you don't have God with you, trust me, it will only take the grace of God for you to say no to some things. When I was in Babcock University, right? It is an Adventist school. So we had to go to church on Saturday. I'm not an Adventist. I was going to church. I was well rooted in church. I was the first and only female pastor that was ordinated till I graduated. Everybody saw who I was. I wasn't this way, and then in the morning I'm on the pulpit, in the night I'm in the club with my friends. People won't take you serious. But because I did not hide the God that I was serving, I did not hide the kind of life that I was living, some temptations never came because they will exempt me. They want to share flyers for party. They will jump my bed. I will even be the one to tease them. Why you put not drop? They say, no, you cannot come now. Have you finished church work? Some of us, sometimes they will even tag you church girl. It's better. It's better somebody tags you as church girl than one of all those, names that you don't want to be associated with. So what am I saying in essence? It is now you make the decisions. You might not even understand or know what you're going to be in future, but trust me, I knew the things that I did not want to become, and I walked towards it. I knew that I was not going to be that my neighbor's daughter that gave birth at home. A lot of you are at this age, you're already seeing things around you. So you cannot wait till it happens to you. And because I know I was not going to be that girl who was going to give birth at home, it shaped my life. There's time for everything. That's what I've come to understand in this life. If there's anything that you don't have now, it doesn't mean you're not going to have it later. I remember when I was working in Nigeria LNG, I was working in the HR, and the HR who you're supposed to, relate your problems to was the one trying to harass me. In that situation, it's just between you and God, because I don't know what to do again. I'm the one filing cases of harassment, reporting to the person to take charge of the case, and then it's the person that is harassing me. And you're just looking, you don't know what to do. And in some cases around this harassment, what happened? He would tell me, pack your bags, we are going to London. Pack your bags, we're going to Echo Hotel. Pack your bags, we are going to this. Sometimes he comes back from trip, he's going to buy boxes of perfumes and everything, and they will bring it to me. HR says for you, I will decline. Now, if I hadn't declined, and maybe I sold my body for all of these things, I would have been crying right now. I'm going somewhere. Because it is still the same places that somebody was trying to use to entice me, that my husband would say, wake up, carry your bag, we are going to London. Carry your bag, we are going to this place. And I would just, one day I was in the flight, I was just thinking. I said, this is how people get into trouble. Because imagine if I was taking those offers so that I can pepper my peers, so that I can pepper my friends and do Instagram videos and tell them, I'm in Paris. There's time for everything. Be contented with what you have. That's another thing that is very lacking in our generation right now. You people are not contented. Your friend is using iPhone, you want iPhone. Your friend is going here, you want to go there. If you continue with that lifestyle, it will be very difficult for you to say no to some temptation that will come to you. If your mommy says, this is the shoe I can afford to give you, wait, time will come. There were times that I could not take 60,000 naira or 100,000 naira to buy shoe. But now I can do it effortlessly. So what am I saying? Your time will come. Some of you see women of 50 years, 60 years with designer bags. That's what you're craving for. You that have not even finished university, that's what you are craving for. You want to join them. Do you know how many years of hard work that person has gone through to be able to afford those things? And that's what you want to get on a platter without doing the work. There's power in you. Like I said, everything that I am now, it started from when I was at your age. There's time for a relationship. It will come. But for now, focus on building yourself. Focus on being that girl that, when you come out, people have good things to say about you. Focus on the important things: your exams, your books, personal development. Don't spend your time on the internet watching things that will not add value to you. When you're watching, yes, you can have your entertainment time, but at the same time, log on to channels that would equip you. Log on to channels that, is it chemistry? Is it biology? All those things that will help you be better. Those are the things that you should focus on. Now it looks like mommy is talking too much. Go and read. Go and read. But a lot of us, no, I want to be this, I want to be that. You think you don't need school, you think you don't need to graduate. There are a lot of people doing what I'm doing right now. But you know the difference? My education is the difference. I won't do it the way they are doing it because I'm educated. I can package it very nicely and bring it to you, and you will buy it higher than the other people. So what am I saying? Education is very important in everything that you want to do, because that's going to be the difference. You want to watch even the entertainers that are not educated. They go up, and before you know it, they're at a certain level. Watch the ones that are educated. They keep going up, 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 because every time of their life, they are being innovative. What can I do? How can I be better? I have a talent. How can I groom it? Don't spend your time looking for boys. Time for boys will come. But it's not now. I'm telling you, it's not now. You don't need any person to tell you you're beautiful. You're beautiful. Know it. Know it yourself. When you look at the mirror, what do you see? Because I know some people, that's the line they fall for. Oh, you are a beautiful princess. And the next thing, you've lost yourself. You're beautiful. It's not, you're beautiful. Oh, thank you. I know. You carry yourself with dignity. You carry yourself with strength, knowing that you have power. Another thing that helped me is the power of words. Mind what you say. I know some of us are not doing well academically. Don't curse yourself. Don't think there is nothing you cannot do. People have told me, are you sure you can do? I say, yes, through Christ who strengthens me, I can do this. So what am I saying to you this morning? No. There are some sectors that I'm just reassuring you that whatever mommy has been telling you, whatever your dad has been telling you, they know what's good for you. And of course, they know that there is time for everything. There is time for everything. You don't need that distraction at this age. This is the age where you acquire knowledge. When some people see the things that I do, when I don't even know why I did not study computer engineering, because somehow my dad exposed us to computers at a very early age, and that's where I found love for it. when I was your age, I was always researching what's new. What is this Yahoo people are talking about then? What is this Gmail? What is this Hotmail? That's where, that's where I was. And so when people say, Weep, how are you able to do this thing? It didn't start now. It's because of the knowledge that I have acquired in the past. And I don't stop. Yes, we have the mobile phone. It's a lot of distraction, but at the same time, you need to be intentional. I take my time to research. Why are people failing in this thing? Why are people failing in this thing? Just like, I hear a lot of people, there's this platform called LinkedIn where people look for jobs and all of that. And, I get a lot of reviews, people saying, oh, they go there, they don't see jobs, blah, blah, blah. And it was just 4 days ago, right? I said, let me just take this platform seriously. Talking about how I can manage for good 4 days. And guess what? I didn't have to enter anybody's inbox. They were entering my inbox. Those are the kind of experiments that I like. How can I increase my income? How can I be better at what I do? You position yourself in such a way that when people see you, they see a particular niche, they see a particular thing. And let it be good thing. I remember when my husband took me to his father's house and said, this is the girl I want to get married to. The father said, okay. He went to my village. I didn't even know he had a friend in my village. And he went to meet the man and said, do you know Gweninda from one Ajikeru family? The man said, yes. He said, my son wants to marry her. How is she? Is she a good person? And the man said, no, it's me that will be asking you, is your son a good person? Because that girl is like the princess in our village. Is that what can be said about you? That's what they told the man. The next day, the man So what am I saying? A good name is better than all of these distractions. We see it online. Some people are getting married. The next thing, people are in the comment section. No be this one. No be this one. What they see here? Now wow. Hey, from where to where now? You know, see better person marry. Is that what people are going to say about you? You leave a good legacy for yourself. The earth is very small. You don't know where you will meet people. What am I saying? Stay content at this age. Your parents can't do a birthday party for you. Kneel down, thank God, today is your birthday, be happy. Everything my parents did for my parents were not the richest, but I was content. At least when it was time for everything, they did everything they were supposed to do for me. Even when, it's a challenge most of the time. I remember when my father wanted to take me to Babcock, and some elders felt like he was wasting money because I was a girl child. And we were like, money that he will use to train other people's, their family sons and all that. That's all the money he wants to spend on me. And of course, if I wasn't a good child, I'm sure maybe my father would have been wondering, should I go and spend this money for this girl at Babcock University? Your parents do a lot for you. They might not tell you all they have to go through for you to make this fine hair you're making, for you to wear these nice clothes, for you to wear this nice, then don't have money for something. You have to reach on your way back. And sometimes you just have to make those sacrifices, hoping that one day these children will make you proud. And that's what your parents are feeling. Doing all they can for you, hoping that one day you will come out too and make them proud. Now, this is not mommy talking to you. This is not daddy talking to you. This is me reaffirming whatever they've said to you. Don't get distracted. Don't. You're beautiful, you know it. Tell them thank you. Time will come. I told you my story. If I had messed up myself and then now my husband is saying, pack your load, we are going here, pack your load, I'll just be thinking, so I messed up myself for things that are coming to me right now on a platter. How many people will start doing the right thing? Let me see your hand. And if you do it, you'll be proud of yourself. You're not doing it for me. You know, there's another thing that back then I noticed some of my mates when we were small like this, they were doing nasty things, thinking that they were doing their parents. Doing nasty things, thinking that, they want to make their parents sad, they want to make their parents angry, but they were destroying themselves. So don't ever feel like any nasty thing you're doing is to make your parents angry, is to make your parents shout. It's damaging yourself too. So anything you are doing, whether good or bad, you are doing it for yourself. Thank you very much.
Let it show that
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you. It was as if I don't know how to. I'm trying to find the right words, but it was like a family meeting. How many of you have had that meeting where after morning prayers, you kneel down and you sit down here, and then you sit down there? How many of you? Okay, it happens in the house, right? Then that thing now starts saying, if, for example, your name is Sandra, she now say, Daddy will say, Sandra, you see this, your result has come in, and this is what you had in math, English. I always hear your mommy say, do your homework, do your homework, do your homework. Listen, don't do this, don't do that. So this was more like a family meeting. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Can we put our hands together for Mrs. Wendy Prince Amadi? Thank you. Thank you for reminding us to take God seriously. Morning prayers is not a waste of time. Service days are not a waste of time. Being active in children's church, I'm speaking as a children's teacher. Being active in children's church is not a waste of time. Parents, please let your children participate in church, because I'll use my son as an example. He always would tell me on Saturday mornings, Mommy, I want to go for soul winning. And me, oh, Mommy, I want to go for soul winning. I'm like, okay, just get ready, have your bath, and true to it, he would get ready and have his bath. Mommy, I'm ready, can we go? I'll not be feeling like one devil. You see me that doesn't want to push this child, and I see when I'm thinking you'll be tired. No. So parents, please, let's not kill that zeal in them. Thank you also for reminding us that we need to be content. Girls, hello. Hello, girls. She's reminding us that we need to be content. The Bible says that godliness with contentment is great gain. It's not just gain, it's great gain. And then she reminded us that you should mind the friends you keep. Can you remember the Queen Mother talked about that? She said to be the best couple of the year, she went to meet the previous person who won that award and started relating with the person. Started relating with the person, and that was how she also became the best couple of the year in her time. So, girls, if you want to be the best in your field, choose your friends and also know what you don't want to be. That really stood out for me. Know what, if there was anything I didn't want, is to get pregnant out of wedlock. Ha! It was a fear. So no matter what, hey, it's happening here. I know you will not see me in Jesus' name. Because I was hearing my mother's voice, so I knew that it was a no. I knew where I wanted to be. They used to call us Chineke girls then in school. So girls, can we put our hands together for Mrs. Wendy once again? Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you. So after now, we're going in for the fireside chat with Mrs. Wendy, so you have another opportunity to listen. More wisdom is coming. More wisdom is coming. How many of you are taking notes? How many of you are writing things down? Okay. I also want you to know that this event is streamed on YouTube. So we'll be dropping the link in the community. If you're in the community, please share it on your WhatsApp status for your friends at home to join and hear. Because trust me, everything you hear, you think it might not have an impact on you. But when you're calm, if you can relate with this, just give me a wave. When you're calm, it's as if you're hearing the person's voice and those words starts coming back to you. Does it happen to anybody here? Can you give me a wave if you've experienced what I'm talking about? Yes. So let's kindly share the link on our WhatsApp status, on a Facebook story and Instagram as well. So I'll be welcoming Coach T. Can we put our hands together for Coach T? She is the woman that God has given this vision. And she would be having this fireside chat with Mrs. Wendy. So let's listen as we invite them again on stage for an amazing time. Thank you.
Thank you. Can we get some to Yes, ma'am. Wow, it's such a privilege to have you here. Please, another mic. Onye, please, another mic. Okay, I won't be talking alone, so we are going to be asking you some questions, ma'am. And if you have a question, you can either raise your hands up or you indicate you write your question. Is that okay? Okay. So our first question will be, you are such, let me get it. You've talked a lot about personal growth. You've talked a lot about investing in yourself. So we have some girls who, and you are such an influencer influential person. I think there was a time I was counseling a young girl, and she honestly said, with everything, with having followers and having money, what really is the essence of education? I mean, when I can just have followers, have money, and I'm okay. So I think that some young people are seriously at a phase where they are doubting the essence of education. So I think you are in the best position to really answer that.
Okay. Yes, I do influencing, right, for brands and get paid for it. But you know where education comes in? While my mates, are still just doing the normal influencing, do the videos, do the pictures, and get paid for it. I have transitioned into brand management.
Wow.
Do you understand? Now I handle campaigns for brands.
Wow. We should clap to that.
Now, so this is where the education comes in. Because I can tell you for a fact, of recent, there's been a decline in influencing gigs because of the economy. So if you don't have the brain to be innovative, what's going to happen? Now I'm just telling you where the education comes in. And now I'm also thinking, what if one day they wake up and switch off Facebook and Instagram? What's going to happen? Because I'm not only doing digital ads for brands, I do radio, I do billboard. I handle all of those. You understand? So education is very important, my dear. Even if you're a footballer, education is very important. Because you might get into crisis and you will just say the wrong thing. And that your career, that's the end. Let's take, for example, let me use Two-Face, for example. Are there no other celebrities that have children everywhere? But why did his own take a toll on him? Because he was not saying the right things. A PR manager will see his responses, the way he was making his post and all of that, and say, oh, this is wrong. You will get dragged. Even if you want to announce a divorce or something, there are ways to go about it. So this is where education comes in. There are people who, theirs is worse than what he's doing. But they're handling it. They know the kind of things to say. They are diplomatic in their responses. You don't just come out and talk anyhow because you have all the information. You get into trouble. Even we, when we come, before I even post any video, I scrutinize it. Will this one make somebody to drag me? Will this one make, will this one? I ask myself those questions. But imagine someone who doesn't have education. You just drop anything and go. So please, whatever career you want to do, finish your school. Because it's going to limit you. Some jobs I'm applying for, yes, they've seen my followers, they've seen everything. They still ask me for my certificate. Are you a graduate? And once you have that graduate certificate, you can fall into any line. That's the beautiful thing about it. I've taught English online. I've done virtual assistance because I have a degree. I've worked in companies because I have a degree. So please, I don't know, maybe some of you are watching the wrong people. But trust me, if you ask those influencers, they are graduates. So they didn't just wake up and start building followers and start taking money and became popular. A lot of them are graduates. So please, my dear, finish your school. Very important.
Well, thank you. So education, you should clap to that. Education positions you better. So take note of that. All right. So the next question I want to ask is, what would you say to that girl whose identity and self-worth is tied to likes, views, followers, online and offline? What would you say to her?
Likes, followers. This is not real life. Oh. Let me just tell you. The time you will know that likes and followers, you see people make posts, oh, they need help. and you're looking at their followers, you're seeing 700,000. If those 700,000 people really care, if all of them drop maybe 1,000 or 5,000, will the person not get the help that the person is looking for? We've even seen people with millions of followers. They launch a product, they struggle to sell 10. So please, it is not. We've seen cases where with the comment section is always filled with likes and everything. And then one little mistake, everybody will turn on you. You'll be wondering, who are these people following me? So please, let that not rule anybody. Yes, for me, the likes and followers, the only reason, I'm enjoying it is because it's in exchange for money. Do you get? It's in exchange for money. I, for one, I'm a very private person before, I ventured into this. So sometimes to do them lifestyle content where I'm talking about myself, my family, I struggle with it. But people don't know. If I even travel out and maybe I make a post, I see that the engagement is so high. So what does that mean? My followers want to see what I'm doing. It now gives me anxiety. And I'm like, hey, which content will I shoot now? How will I do it? But because that's not why I'm there. Me, I'm there to promote businesses. Don't put me under that pressure to start showing you what I do with my everyday life. So that's me being, being watchful. The Bible even said it. Watch and pray. So the applauses, the likes, the fame should not get you carried away. That's what I'm going to tell you. Don't let it, because we've seen people that because they have those things, they start doing weird things. They start doing things that if you even ask them in person, they can't defend what they are doing. Do you understand? So for me, please, that should not be the basis of your life. Whether they like or not, just build something natural, build something solid, build something strong. Not like sometimes we even wake up one morning and your page is gone. So what are you gonna do? Yeah, I have a Facebook group, 306,000 followers. They brought it down. Till today, I didn't get it back. We opened another one, we got to 40,000. They brought it down 5 days ago. I've just been looking like, what are we going to do? You understand? So it boils down to one thing, that even the social media platform is not guaranteed. It's just that, in this part of the world, when you tell people to migrate, they struggle. But go outside the country, you don't see Primark and the rest of them taking orders via DM. You must use the website. So please don't bank on any of these things. They don't last, please. We just use them for marketing. They don't last.
Okay, so thank you so much. What do you say? So social media is not what?
It's not real life.
It's not real life. The likes, even if you have amazing followers in school, you have a lot of people like you. Trust me, it's not even good. If everybody likes you, there's a problem actually. So I think we'll just take this last question. It's very important. So I think because I have seen some girls entangled in situations like this. So if a girl shares private pictures or intimate conversations with someone and later is being threatened, what should she do? What practical steps can she take?
This one is strong. In a working system, I would say report to the authorities before it happens. But stuff like this is not even from the police station, they're already shaming you. You understand? So for me, I don't know, you just have to work this out with your parents. They will be in a better position to tell you what to do or how to handle it, because really don't have any external help that I can say, okay, go to this place or do this or do that. So, but to save yourself the stress, right? Please don't indulge in it. Tell your friends, it's a trap. Even husband and wife is not safe. Talk less of you. Even husband and wife is not safe. We're seeing it on social media. Husband and wife breaking up and bringing out intimate conversations, as evidence to back up whatever they want to do. So please, but if it happens like that, whew, you just have to pick your pieces. You have to pick your pieces. Don't let it kill you totally. I've had friends that have been in such situation. They're still living their lives till today. So most times, as it is here in our society, after few weeks, the story will die down. But there's one other dangerous part. The internet never forgets. So you might just be running one in fact, even people who are innocent, you just want to take one small position, the kind of things you say about yourself, you'll be wondering what's going on. You understand? So, which is why when I was talking to you, I told you anything you do now, it will affect your future, whether you like it or not. So be careful what you do. Don't do things because you want to pepper mommy and daddy, you want them to vex, you want to do stubbornness. After all, they will shout. Don't do that to ease yourself. As you're doing it by mistake, you go and get pregnant. What will you say? What will you say? So please.
I think later on we're going to have a conversation around that because pregnancy is no longer a scare for a lot of young girls. So okay, but I think that one of the things that I'm getting from what you've said, especially when you said talk to your parents, is that you shouldn't actually indulge them. The best thing is to let it come out, because if you try to hide it, they will keep making you do things. So the best thing is to report, open up to someone, open up to your parents, and they will be in the best position to help you. But in a situation whereby the parents will even scare them more,
If they say wisdom is profitable to direct, right? You know the kind of parents you have. It's not like you don't know. So you on your own, why not avoid problem? Do you understand? You on your own, avoid problem. Some of us, our parents have told us, if you get pregnant, I will kill you. Now you want to go and die. They might not kill you literally, but you seriously don't want that trauma. You don't want that drama. Forget what you're seeing online. Oh. They are doing baby mama and all that. It's looking like it's enticing. It's looking like somebody will just come, give birth, and say, this is the Holy Spirit. Please, and please, we all go to church, right? And you hear the word of God. Don't let these things twist the narrative for you. It's rather unfortunate that a lot of you are exposed to all of this information. But please do not let this thing, the way it is in the Bible, husband and wife, child, that's it. Once you go against the rule of what is in the book of the law, that is when you start to have issues. Most of you don't interact very well with adults, so sometimes you just watch and think it is what it is. It is not like that. It is not like that. Don't ever dream of, I'll just have a baby, and don't do that. Don't even try it.
all right. What do we say to her? Thank you. Thank you so much, ma. Thank you for that. Was it. Do you have any question? Any question? Okay, someone has a question.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
I would love to ask a question concerning virtual assistants. If you were starting from scratch in Nigeria with just a phone and 20,000 naira, what steps will you take in the first 1 month?
Okay. It depends on who the clients you want, right? And the 20,000 naira is for you to buy data, right? Uh-huh. Now we have platforms that people are looking for virtual assistants. I know we have Upwork. You can also put your profile on LinkedIn. Fiverr is also there. All these platforms pay Nigerians directly. So what I would do if I were you, when I go to this, okay, the only platform where you can really pitch is LinkedIn. If I go to the search button on LinkedIn, I can just type virtual assistant and I will see everybody talking about virtual assistant. You see the ones who are teaching you, you see the ones who say I want, you see the ones who say I'm looking for. And then if I also want to do this on pages like Facebook and Instagram, I can look out for the brands that I think need my services and actually pitch to them. When I started virtual assistant, when I was working with companies here in Nigeria, that was what I did. I entered the DMs and I look at their pages. The last time they posted was 3 weeks ago, and I'm like, oh, it's obvious you're struggling to cope with social media posting. I think I can help you. We can do a 1 month free trial, and if you like what I'm doing, we can now negotiate on what you're about to offer. Now, virtual assistants, what are the skills? That's very important because if you don't have it, you might not thrive in it. You understand? So you must be able to reply to emails. You must be able to take phone calls. Yes, when I was working with one, I had to take phone calls. Pay attention to details. You're not the type that misses appointment. You schedule appointment. You can do travels, book flights, book hotels, and all of that, just in case you need to work with maybe you get the opportunity to work with a CEO. So there are various free courses online. You can take free courses on allison.com. I think it's free. You only pay when you want to get your certificate. So you can go there, build yourself, take courses from there. So for you that is beginning, you have to pitch yourself, right? On Upwork, if you have money, most of the time we'll get to advertise our profile so people can find us. Even on LinkedIn too, you have the opportunity to do that. That's if you have the money.
Okay. Any other question? All right. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Can we put our hands together? That was an amazing session. Thank you, Coach T, for yielding to this call, to birth this vision. When I was sitting behind, I saw myself like in some kind of retrospection in secondary school, and I really wished that we had something like this back then. I want to say that you all are very, very blessed. I wouldn't want to use the word lucky. You're blessed because you're armed with this kind of information in a time where you're exposed to the wrong narrative. Some of them you don't even have control over because the moment you pick up your phone, you go on Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok, you're seeing things that conflict with your beliefs. Things that would conflict with what mommy and daddy have been telling you. But we are grateful for the Spark Girls Conference. do well to always tell your friends about this. Even when school resumes in a few weeks' time, tell them your experience. So for the person that asked about the virtual assistant question, you got your answer right. I'm sure every other person learned one thing or the other from that. You can also go on HP Live in capital letters, HP Live. There you have different courses. And the last time I took a course there, I didn't pay for it. All you need to do is to commit to finishing all the lessons, and then you have the knowledge that you would desire. However, you can't take away personal development. She talked about skills. How many of you have heard of soft skills? How many of you have heard of soft skills? If you have, let me see your hands up. Okay. There are things called soft skills. You don't really have to go to regular school to learn them. You can get it via trainings, you can get it via reading. You need to improve yourself in as much as you want to acquire those things, you want to take those courses, but you also need to build yourself. You know when someone calls you and, hello? Hello? Someone calls on the phone, hello? Who is this now? I beg. Huh? That's not it. That's not it at all. These are the things you have to learn. How to take a phone call, how to reply a message. You know, these days we do a lot of short codes. How do we write thanks? Can someone help me? T what? TNX, right? Oh, that's TY is thank you. Okay. Who else? Who can give another short code? See you later is what? Okay, I'll be right back. BRB. Now imagine you have to reply an executive mail and then you're writing BRB. It doesn't speak well of you. Let's be honest. The world will not lower its standards. There are standards that you need to keep up to. So they will say, because it's Gen Z. No. You need to do the right thing. So commit yourself to knowing the right thing and doing it. She also talked about being innovative. And she said, you can't bank on the internet. Imagine losing a page of over 300,000 followers. Some people will feel like dying. But these things are they're not so tangible. You can't bank on them. They're like a mirage. You think it's there, the next minute it's gone. So be authentic. Be true to yourself and be real. Very shortly, we're going to be having another panel. And this time around, it's going to be for the teens. The Spark community is where we have young girls, most of them in their teenage. Most of them in their teenage. From 11, you're welcome to this community. I've just been informed that the models for the runway show should kindly get ready. So the Spark community is where we have young girls, at least from primary 6, because we would think, oh, they're so young, they don't know these things. No. I would be very surprised if I have a conversation with you, the kind of things we would talk about at a very good level of understanding. So we're going to be having this teen panel session where we're going to be hearing their strength stories. Experience is not the best teacher, but learning from the experiences of others would help you not go through the same thing. It makes the journey shorter. So you know what to avoid and what to do to get to where you're going to. Okay? So I'm going to be calling the following persons. Please, if you hear your name, kindly put your hands together for them as they make their way to the stage. Put your hands together for Aliyah. Please, can you put your hands together for Aliyah? Aliyah is in secondary school. Aliyah is in junior secondary. Also, put your hands together for Prudence. Prudence is in senior secondary. And then someone in the tertiary institution is also going to, please sit down. You're welcome. Someone in the tertiary institution is going to be joining us. She is Onyinye. Please can you put your hands together for Onyinye? Put your hands together. You know, it's not very easy to come out and tell your story, especially when you've overcome something. But being able to come out and tell your story, it's a proof that you were actually victorious in that particular fight. Okay. Thank you, ladies, for coming, for joining me on this panel. All right. From Aliyah, I want you to introduce yourself. Please, can we have 2 mics here? Thank you. Please, can we have the mic? So you're going to be introducing yourselves to the audience, and afterwards, the questions, okay? So feel free to tell us what it was, and I'm sure that it's going to encourage 1 or 2 people here. So I'll start with you, Aliyah. Introduce yourself, your name, your age, and maybe the class you're in.
Good day, everyone. My name is Aliyah Beni Aziz. I'm 11 years old and I'm in JS1.
Thank you, Aliyah. Prudence, can you introduce yourself?
Good morning, everyone. My name is Prudence. I'm 17 and I'm in SS3.
And then Onyinye.
Good day, everyone. My name is Onyinye Chupo Crownwell, and I'm rounding up with my university.
What course are you studying, Onyinye?
Botany, it's plant and ecology.
What school is that?
University of Calabar.
Oh, so you're a Malabrese in the making. All right, that's nice. So I'm going to start with you, Aliyah. Your story is around bullying. And as an educator, if there is one thing that's quite common in schools, it's bullying. If you agree with me, can you give me a wave? It comes in different shades from your classmates and from the seniors. So sometimes school isn't always easy. Have you ever had a time when someone wasn't kind to you? And what did you do to overcome that?
Okay, yes. There was a time when someone bullied me.
Can you put the mic closer to your mouth?
Yes, there was a time when someone bullied me. And what I did, I went to report to the school authority. And I stood my ground and confronted them confidently.
There's something there now. How did you stand your ground? What were the things you did? Because when you say, I stood my ground, that's really broad. So what were the things that you did? And this person, the bully in question, was a person in your class? Was he a boy or girl? Can you just tell us something about the bully?
Yes, the bully was in my class. And it was mixed gender, boys and girls. And first thing I did was to report to my teacher in the class. And if there were no teacher around, I would stand my ground by confronting them confidently. I would tell them that I didn't do it, and I would make points why they shouldn't bully me. And if they still insist or continue bullying me, I'm going to take it to higher authorities.
So Aliyah, did you tell your mom about this bully?
Yes, I told her.
And what did mommy tell you?
My mom, she advised me, and she told me that I should be standing up for myself. If not, there are possibilities of me developing inferiority complex.
Can we put our hands together for her? How many of you stand your ground, especially when you know you didn't do that thing? When you know you're innocent, how many of you stand your ground? How many of you know those boys and girls in class? Let me not talk about the seniors now because those ones, some of them might be in the senior class. In your class, how many of you know the bullies? Those that take joy in making other people cry. I'm giving you an assignment. Take Aliyah's step. Stand for yourself, first of all. Talk to mommy about it. Tell the teacher. And look at that person in the face. Okay, a quick one. Do they have 2 heads and 4 eyes? No, now let's talk. Do they have 2 heads and 4 eyes? Or 6 ears and 10 legs? Okay, do they have 1 head? I need a feedback. Talk to me. We're talking. Do they have 1 head? Can I hear you louder? Do they have 1 head? Do they have 2 eyes? 1 nose? 2 legs? 2 hands? Just like you? Then look at them in the face and tell them, you can't bully me. Can you put our hands together for Aliyah? All right, I'm coming over to you, Prudence. Because bullying is a big thing. If you don't stand for yourself, the tendency of developing inferiority complex. Someone will take your pencil, give me now. Oh, stop. And the child will be smiling. You know, they do it a lot. What are you going to do? If I don't give you back, what are you going to do? Isn't it how they behave? What are you going to do? Yes, now you go and tell auntie, I will still collect it from you. Collect your pen, your pencil, whatever it is, and tell them it's mine, it's not yours. And trust me, they will not come back again. Bullies don't like those that stand up to them. They say, no, leave her. Before I should not tell you, I'm going to report. Yes, report. Nobody has the right to make you feel less of yourself. And don't permit it. How many of you are going to stand up for yourselves from today henceforth? Good girls. That's how Spark girls behave. That's how the executives behave. And I know that they are seated right here. So we're going to do that. From next term, nobody is going to bully you. Say to yourself, nobody is going to bully me. Yeah, that's my girl. Okay, Prudence. Many teenagers face pressure. When it comes to relationship, do not be telling you, you're a fine girl. You're a fine girl. You know, it's girls now. Are we not all girls here? I'm talking from experience. So when it comes to relationship, we face pressure as teenagers, right? What was your experience like in school? And what majorly influenced your decision through school? You're in SS3, so you've gone from JS1, JS2, JS3, SS1, SS2, and now this is SS3 that you're rounded up. How were you able to manage the pressure?
Okay, thank you. First of all, I'll say my mom.
Mom?
Yes.
Okay.
So, my mom is this kind of person. The fear of my mother is the beginning of wisdom.
Sorry, hold it there. She said the fear of her mother is the beginning of wisdom. How many of you agree with that? The fear of mommy is the beginning of wisdom. Can we put our hands together for our mothers? Give mommy a shout. Say, mommy, I love you. Yes, mommy, we love you wherever you are. So the fear of mommy is the beginning of wisdom, right? Okay, let's continue.
So, throughout my secondary school, first of all, from JSS1, I was not really interested because, I was not acting like a girl first. I was like...
In between the tomboy thing.
Yes. So, I grew up around boys, so definitely I act like that. So, I didn't care, and that just kept happening until my JSS3, where I came across some friends who talked about all those kind of things, and for me, I was like, okay. So I transitioned to a new school, SS1, and I met some girls who were like, one of them is here with me too. They just have the right circle of friends. They just helped me out. So there was this new boy that came, and some things happened. He finally told me he wanted to speak with me. From there, we became best friends.
Sorry, girl. Sorry, Prudence. Sorry, you're rushing this thing. Calm down now. Calm down. It's a very serious. I know. You know, the matters of the heart is the heart of the matter. And if you look at everybody's face, they are really, really interested because when it has to do with this relationship thing, let's be honest, girls. Yes, let's talk about it so that we don't make the mistake, right? So first thing she said, something about they said talking about it as in like, is it this boy likes you or this boy is cute? What do you think about him? We know how these things go now, right? Then she now said she wasn't really interested. So that kind of helped her pass the first stage. She now went to a new school. Are we together? Why are you guys looking at me like this now? Okay. So she went to a new school, and then in the new school, there was now this new boy that came to the class, Abi. So now the new boy now told her that, sorry, when you say that's SS1, so this boy was in SS1, and he now told you he wanted to sleep with you.
No, he first asked whether he could talk. And at first, there were these two girls that were like, I don't know whether to say they were dragging or I don't know, but like, he asked whether we could talk, and I was like, okay, we talked, and then we became close. We just started talking normally. He didn't first say anything. We became very close, even got to the point of being best friends and stuff like that. Until he started talking about relationship, stuff and stuff and stuff, and I would just say politely declined. Yes. Because having the right friends around you that will tell you it's not right, that is not right. The one I'm here with, they're like, it's not right, like, I'm not doing that one with you, it's not right, that is not right. You see people that will also tell you, like, my dear, you can find love in secondary school. I should tell you to your face, it's not right. Don't do it. Focus on your studies. This is not what you're meant to be doing now. There's no other amount of love that God has not given you and your parents has not given you. So I'll just say, like, first of all, what influenced was my mom, and secondly, circle of friends. When they talk about circle of friends, it's really important because your circle of friends, they either make you or marry you. That's what I just have to say. So just choose the right people.
So how many of you here have friends that can tell you the truth? You have that your friend amongst the, like that one that can tell you, I say, this thing you're doing is wrong, oh, count me out. How many of you? Okay. If you listened very well to Mrs. Wendy Prince Amadi when she was talking, she mentioned friends. Hey God. I can tell you for free that there's some people in Port Harcourt prison today that are there because of friends. They're actually innocent, but because of the kind of people they have around them, they just picked them up. So your friend actually helped you keep away from those romantic relationships. Let's be honest. You see, from some people, so from primary school, secondary school, they will come on. After now, we usually have, there's another conference, maybe we'll have this kind of discussion again in the Young Leaders Conference in October by the grace of God. And I want to see you all there by the grace of God. We'll talk about this because there we have boys. Here now we're just girls. So let's have a girl talk, okay? So have the right kind of friends and stand your grounds. Listen to mommy. This thing, oh God, I'll come back to that. Okay, thank you very much. Can we put our hands together for Prudence? God bless your friend that told you the truth. God bless your friend that told you the truth. And we want to also appreciate your mom. Okay, then Onyinye is in the university. A Malabress in the making, studying botany. What's one thing university has taught you so far?
I would say freedom.
Freedom, how?
It has taught me that you can make any choice that you want. Because the school environment is very different, especially in my own case where I don't stay with my parents. My parents live here in Port Harcourt. I school in Calabar. So it has taught me that you can do whatever you want. But in those moments of freedom, the true person you are will surface. Yeah.
Okay, so that means freedom puts a kind of watch on you. In as much as you're free, you're not free to do everything, right?
Yes.
So it's not, I can live my life, I want to be free. When you're free, when mommy and daddy is not there, like someone said, how do you know a good child? A good child behaves better when the parents are not around. So are there any beliefs or values that you have refused to compromise on as a university student?
Yes, I would say I have strongly refused to compromise on my Christian values, especially because when I say freedom, going to the university was a huge culture shock for me, especially because I schooled from home when I was in Port Harcourt, and then I go to a new city, the people behave different, there are people from different, I don't know, languages, different upbringings, and then it's like we're all in the same space. So one of the things that I held very strongly is my Christian values, because I was raised in a Christian home, and I just refused to drop that because it has become a part of me. So even if people say something like, oh, this call me Jesus baby,
Okay.
this call me Jesus baby, but even if you say all those kind of things, it's more like this thing is already so deep inside me that you can't just take it out.
So your Christian values are things that you've held firm, you've held strongly to those things, and you've refused to compromise. And I'm sure that
Yes,
you're
ma'am.
not regretting it.
No, I'm not.
All right, everyone. Can we put our hands together for Onyinye? Put your hands together for her. I believe most of us here are Christians, and we hear the word of God when we go to church. Our parents tell us the right things to do. So even if you go to a place where your parents are not there, know that you are an ambassador of your family. People would see your parents through your behavior. And I know you don't want to let mommy and daddy down. Do you want to do that? Do you want to let them down? Nobody wants to do that. So have the right friends who will tell you the truth, like Prudence. Stand your ground. Look the bully in the face. Report the relevant authorities like Aliyah, and hold on to your Christian values and beliefs. They would always guide you. Know that freedom doesn't give you the freedom to do whatever you like. Put your hands together, and thank you all for listening to this panel session. Thank you, girls, for coming. We deeply appreciate you. Thank you. Shortly, we're going to be playing a game. Sorry, 1 minute. Okay. I'm going to be asking a question, and that question, whoever gets it, is going to get a gift. How many of you know Coach T has a book? Okay, yeah. Coach T has a book on shaking, so I'll be gifting that person that book. And then she also has a gift for that same person. Who is the convener of How many of you know about the open book test? The open book test. That's where you can, but you know that most times during the open book test, you don't even find the answer, right? You don't find the answer, right? Good. So don't be carried away by, he's here now, he's here. Okay, so who is the convener of the Spark Girls Conference, and what edition is this? If you are born in January, come out. Who is the convener of the Spark Girls Conference, and what edition of the Spark Girls Conference is this? Please, can I have the mic? Someone please help me. I have a hand. Someone is raising her hand. Who is the convener of the Spark Girls Conference, and what edition of the Spark Girls Conference is this? Okay, yes, I saw. Okay, give to her.
Mrs. Toyo Oyeni.
Mrs. Toyo Oyeniyi. Okay, so what edition of the Spark Girls Conference is this?
This should be the third edition.
Is that your final answer?
Yes, please.
Third edition?
Yes,
Final answer?
yes,
Sure about it?
yes.
Okay. Can we put our hands together for Prudence? That's actually correct. This is the third edition of the Spark Girls Conference, and the convener is Mrs. Toyo Oyeni, also known as, can we say that louder? Also known as, so can we put our hands together for Coach T? For those of you who came on time, this would be a bonus. For those of you that came on time, if there is anything executives do, is to be on time. So for those of you who came in on time, someone spoke to us earlier, and she said something about the fuel that can move you to your destination. The fuel, who can tell me that fuel? What is the fuel that can move you to your destination? What is, the person who said that is Mrs. Nkwawi J. Kalu. That's the Queen Mother. So who is, or rather, sorry, what is the fuel that can take you to your destination? I have a hand there, yes.
He said that the fuel that can take you to your destination is passion, purpose, and direction.
Passion, purpose, and direction. Passion, purpose, and direction.
Yeah.
I don't think so. Yes, you've said it. Purpose is part of it. Yes. But passion was the response someone gave. I can see another hand there. Please put your hands together for her. That was a good attempt anyway. Put your hands together for her. Well done. The lady in white, a white sweatshirt, yes. Please use your mic.
She also talked about mission.
She talked about
Your mission.
your mission. Okay, so how did she put it? She said purpose, and now we've heard mission. So how does it go?
Your mission, your purpose, and your direction.
Okay, is what? All right. Can someone put that thing together? You know, when you want to cook your soup, there's pepper, there's salt, and the egusi, palm oil. So who can help us cook it? Who can help us put it together so we have a tasty meal? All right. Please, can we give it to the lady that has 2 strands of her hair nicely out? Yeah. She's putting on the red shirt, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. So what's that? What's it?
Passion, purpose, and direction is the fuel that leads you to success.
Passion, purpose, and direction is the fuel that leads you to success. Wow. Okay. That's one version of the egusi soup. There's another chef here to put it together. Okay. Yes, please.
Purpose, passion, and direction is what fuels you to your mission.
Okay. Okay. Diverts you to your mission. All right. Someone else, the last hand, please. Last try. Let's see. So we should just take note of the purpose, passion. Yes, please, can I hear you?
She said, your mission, your passion, and your direction is the fuel to part of the question you asked. Is the fuel that can take you to
your destination.
Yes,
Okay.
thank you.
All right. Thank you, girls. Can we put our hands together for everyone that spoke? Thank you. It shows that you were actually listening. So she said that mission plus purpose and direction is the fuel that can move you to your destination. So ask yourself, what do I want to become? And then you do the things you need to do that will take you there. So can we all be upstanding? DJ, please, can we have some music? Can we all be on our feet? Where's the DJ? So when I say the executives, girls on a mission, you will say Spark Girls Conference. When I say the executives, girls on a mission, you will say Spark Girls Conference. And when I say Spark Girls Conference, you will say the executives, girls on a mission. Let me take that again. When I say the executive girls on a mission, you say Spark Girls Conference. And when I say Spark Girls Conference, you say the executive girls on a mission. Are we together? Okay. The executives girls on a mission. Spark Girls Conference. The executive girls on a mission. Spark Girls Conference. Okay, so walk to 5 people and say, I'm an executive, a girl on a mission. 5 people. Let's do that real quick. 1, 2, go. Some people are not moving. I said walk to 5 people. Walk to 5 people. Say, I'm an executive, a girl on a mission. Yeah. Okay. All right. Please, our models for the runway, please get ready. Not now, please just get ready. Yeah. DJ. Okay, let's go. Are you ready?
As I come to shout if no be you tell me where I for there. This kind of love me I never see. I say this kind of love me I never see. You say me I want to shout. I beg you let me make a shout.
I'm not against you, but I'll try. Let's go. Okay, another step.
See, bros, you know the way. Man's got no chill over my father day. I'm the light of the world, don't be far away. He gave me the daily bread, I make sure say I can a day. You know my father way. He's straight to the point, no manipulate.
Who wants to help me? Who wants to help me? I'll give you a book. Trust me, I'll give you a book.
Right now, plenty
DJ,
money for
continue.
the pocket. Plenty all for my head, I'm feeling like a bullet. Me, I no go off, now your Wi-Fi where I connect. And it be like saying I be number 1 for the budget.
So just do what she does. She's my assistant, my virtual assistant.
And it's all
Okay, let's
because
go.
of
On
you,
this song,
everybody
we're
has
vibing.
to the man.
1,
Let's go.
2, go.
One time. One time. Shake. See, as I come to shout a little. No people tell me where for little. Hey, see, I don't know me, I never see. I say me, I want to
executives, girls on a mission. Spark Girls Conference. Put your hands together for yourselves and sit down like the executives. Wow. Thank you. Thank you, Prudence. Thank you, DJ. I need to sharpen my skills. Don't worry. I'll go for dancing classes. Maybe one of the days we can have a virtual class where you will teach me, or somehow we know how to go about it. But put your hands together for yourselves, by the way. You all are amazing. You all are amazing. So we have people who have partnered with us in this third edition, and it keeps getting bigger and better. This year we have, as I mentioned them, please put your hands together for them, because as executives, we celebrate others just the way we want to be celebrated. So let's put that to practice. We have Kids FM 101.7 FM. Put your hands together. Thank you, Kids FM. We also have Wish FM 99.5. We have Tadasso Prince. Put your hands together for Tadasso Prince. We have Love World Garden. This event, for the first time, is streamed on YouTube. So we want to appreciate our partners for that. We also have Kikosh Studios. Please put your hands together for them. We have Orisha Crest. Put your hands together for Orisha Crest. Thank you. We also have Madagascar Foods. Thank you, Madagascar Foods, for being with us. So our main sponsor this year is Kids FM 101.7. They're doing something amazing in the city of Port Harcourt, and for the first time we have a station or a frequency, let me use that word, dedicated to children. So thank you, Kids FM. And we have people from Kids FM with us here. Please, can we have them on stage? The representatives from Kids FM. Please put your hands together. Put your hands together for them. Oh, I know the station is a station where families get to play, learn, and have maximum fun together. I listen to them once in a while. And when I saw it, I was like, Kids FM in Port Harcourt. It's amazing. So thank you for coming.
Hello everyone. Good afternoon. Has anybody listened to Kids FM? Has anybody? Oh, okay. So Kids FM is here for the family. We're here for the girls, for the boys, for the mummies, for the daddies. We're here for everyone. And that's why we're here today for this event, because we really do appreciate what Spark Girls Conference is doing. Kids FM is all about helping people to achieve their dreams, be the best version of themselves. So if you listen to our shows, we always are inspiring. We try to have fun, educative, everything that you need to just boost you and make you live your best life. It might not be having all the money in the world, but it's just doing the best you can and being positive and trying to continue to do your best and be the best version of yourself. And that's what Kids FM is about, and I'm very glad to be here today. My name is Superstar ISO. I don't know if you've heard of Superstar ISO before. If you haven't heard of us, well, listen from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. every weekday. We have Agent Echo there as well, and some of us will also be coming here to felicitate with this event. So thank you once again for having us, and keep listening to Kids FM and keep being the best version of yourselves. Thank you.
Thank you, Superstar ISO. So keep listening to Kids FM 101.7. How many of you do that after now? What's the frequency? Can I hear you say that? 101.7. So it's all about, it's for the family. You can listen, mommy can listen, daddy can listen. Shortly, we're going to be listening to the woman that God has given this vision to. By the way, when she walked in, I was like, there's something about this person. But I was like, okay, I need to do the needful. And I asked, is that? They said, yes, yes, yes. Boys and girls in the building, we have a phenomenal woman. When Prudence was dancing, she was just following all the steps. She was going all the way. I said, Chika, I don't even know how to dance again. Please, can we put our hands together for Mrs. Omotala Sam Ojediro? Please, can you put your hands together? Put your hands together for her. Thank you, ma'am, for coming. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am, for coming. So, I asked, who is the convener of the Spark Girls Conference? And someone gave me the answer and also told me the edition that we are having. She's someone that I've known for some years now, and she is that kind of friend you should have in your circle. She's a strong woman in every sense of the word. She's God-fearing. She's resilient. She's a good mother, an amazing wife. She's someone that listens. She would tell me, and I just had to ask God, what were you saying? I'm like, oh, yeah, that's the kind of people I always like to have in my circle. Boys, okay, why do I think we're in the Young Leaders Conference? Girls, boys, ladies, and gentlemen, can we put our hands together as we welcome the convener of the Spark Girls Conference, Mrs. Toyo Oyeni. Put your hands together for Coach T.
He tell me, say, man, everywhere don't read and get
her for her session.
I tell her, say, no worry.
Put your hands together for Coach T.
See, we there alive. We
love you, Coach T.
That's something where I believe.
Thank you for all that you're doing in this community.
God no go shame us.
Thank you.
God no go shame
So
us. The blessing
listen
go
again. Wisdom is coming. DJ, please don't kill the music.
God no go shame us. The blessing go loud. You go worry the neighbors.
Very much. You can have your seats. Are you guys having a good time? Has this been worth it? Let me hear from you. Has this been worth it? Has it been worth your time, worth your coming, what all the sacrifice you had to make today? Okay. I want to also use the opportunity once again to welcome every one of you here. Welcome, welcome once again. And thank you to all our sponsors, our partners. Thank you for believing in this vision. And thank you for helping me make it happen. Girls, everything here is free because some amazing people here paid for it to be free for you. And you should clap. You should clap. So thank you so much. So to start my session, I want to ask a question. Because I don't like to talk alone. I'm tempted to calm down, but I know my media people will tell me I should stay where I am. They're already frowning their face. I shouldn't move. Okay, so I want to ask a question. I know for girls, there are lots of challenges that you experience. Can we talk about some of them? What are some of the challenges, some of the odds that you are facing? Okay? Can we talk about them? Who wants to start? Okay, there's a hand there. Yes. Please give her a mic, or should she scream? All right.
So, good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
So
Is this the morning? Good afternoon.
So one of the odds that I feel teenagers face and I face. It's the pressure to be the best. From my dad, he's the kind of person that you can't settle for less. In your class, you must be the best.
Okay.
If there's a test, the score should be 100, you should be like a 99.99. So that kind of pressure, most times when you don't or you're unable to
Manage
get
it.
up to that, even if you did well, it still doesn't feel like you did anything. So
Okay. All right. Good. But where would that fall in? You know, there are two types of pressure, negative pressure and positive, And I think maybe yours is a little bit of positive. It's even more on the positive side because it's going to make you become the best. You will always become the best version of yourself. Thank you very much. Joy, right? Thank you. All right. Yes. Any other person? Yes, someone here.
Okay. Good day, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Okay, good afternoon. I feel one of the challenges that girls go through is sexual harassment. Sometimes
Okay.
you see a boy, he'll mistakenly, and you say, hey, it's a mistake, I'm sorry, I did not know. But you know it's not a mistake. So I feel one of the challenges is
Okay.
sexual harassment.
All right. Thank you. There's a hand here. So we'll take from two more. Any other person wants to say? Okay, yes, want to say something? Yes?
Good day, everyone.
Good day.
I think one of the challenges that the teenagers go through is inferiority complex and peer pressure. The pressure
Okay.
to be like everyone,
Everyone
and
else.
not be left out.
Okay, inferiority complex and peer pressure. Okay, there's a hand here. More people want to talk. Sometimes you just want one person to. All right.
Good day, everyone.
Good day.
Okay,
Can you please speak
I
out?
feel that one of the problems girls or teenagers face
Face.
is learning how to say no, because sometimes, let's say now your friend just says, okay, come, let us go out, let us do this stuff, and you feel, should I say no, or
Or should
I
you
should
go
say
ahead?
yes, how
You
would they make me
Feel.
feel,
And
or
when you
them
when you
feel?
say no, you probably feel bad all
Yes,
day.
probably feel bad, or you are being too harsh on the person.
All right, it's okay. One more. I think yes, the lady in pink. Don't worry, we'll take more of that, but we'll just end with her.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon, darling.
Okay, so I don't know about others, but what I feel most times is maybe when you're not okay with the people around you, maybe you don't like what they engage in, so you distance yourself from them, and
Mhm.
then all of a sudden they start seeing it as pride, and they start saying bad things about you.
So the pressure of so some of them mentioned some people talk. I think yours is rejection and labels, being excluded, right? Gossip, criticism. How many of you have experienced? I think she talked about. How many more have experienced gossip? People backbiting you, criticism, and then what about the deep desire to fit in? Do you experience that? Sometimes you don't want to be the only one out. Then comparison, and then someone mentioned low self-esteem and self-doubt. And did someone mention, what about body struggles? Do you sometimes feel is there pressure to I don't feel beautiful? Okay, so there are some, and then mention academic pressure and emotional struggles. Okay, now like I pointed out at the very beginning with the first person that spoke, that pressure is not always bad. Do you understand? Pressure is not always bad. Okay, However, negative, good, positive pressure can actually bring out the best in you. Okay? Can actually bring out the best in you. But negative pressure is where the problem is. Negative pressure does what? Brings out the what? The worst in you. Now, I want you to know that every successful journey comes with obstacles. What did I say? Every successful journey comes with obstacles. And you can call these obstacles challenges. They can have different names, like the names that you have called them. But every successful journey comes with obstacles. Every successful woman that you see today, if you mention them, they're quite a number. The ones that are here with us, some of our speakers, we have many of them. You know, Ibukun, Awoshika, there are so many. Every successful woman will tell you that they experience challenges. And I also want to tell you that the Bible says something, that there's nothing new under the what? Sun. Your challenge might be different from the next person sitting close to you, but it's not new. It has happened to someone before. Now, what makes the difference? You need to understand that these pressure, these obstacles, these challenges can either elevate you or do what? Pull you down. Can do what? Either elevate you or what? Or what? Pull you down. So today, one of the things I want to talk to you about is thriving against all odds. Thriving against what? All odds. And what does it mean to thrive against all odds? Can you imagine, just imagine water flowing out from a place. Okay? Now imagine it's a gusher. You know it's going to be coming out, right? A lot. Now imagine someone walking against that current. How easy is it going to be? Yes? Is it going to be easy? Is a person going to be able to just walk through? No. So that's actually what it means to thrive against all odds. Thriving against all odds means succeeding despite severe difficulties. Succeeding despite difficulties, despite challenges. How can you succeed? I'm sorry, some of you mentioned some of the pressure you face, or some of the challenges you face. And maybe you were expecting me to say, oh, sorry, it will not happen again. But I'm sorry, it will happen. In fact, you will keep experiencing different challenges, different odds at different levels of your life. I have some older people here, you know. They will tell you that, some of my friends will say, it know they finish. It know they finish. So the only solution is for you to brace up and thrive despite these odds. Despite these odds. And like I said, these challenges, these obstacles can either elevate you or what? Pull you down. Let's look at gravity. Everything that goes up, what? Comes down. But the man that is able to defy gravity through strategy becomes what? Famous. Becomes respected. And that's what it means to actually what? Thrive against all odds. And you need to understand that as a young person, these odds will not be taken away. But you can grow up. You can grow up. With the right strategy, you can grow up. You can become better. Do you understand? And that's what we want to talk about. How can you as a young person thrive? How can you as a young person thrive against all odds? You are in a school where everybody, all of them, they are dating. and then you decided not to date. And of course, you will be talked about. You will be body shamed. You will be insulted. Lies will be told about you. But instead of feeling bad, what are some of the strategies you can put in place to help you not to feel bad, but rather you're going to use this circumstance, this challenge, this obstacle, you're going to use it as a stepping stone to become a better version of you. Are we ready? So let's look at how you can thrive against all odds. I'm going to be using the acronym THRIVE. Are we ready? I'm going to be using the acronym THRIVE. So at the end of this session, I'm going to be asking you what this acronym means. So make sure you're paying attention because we're going to write a test. All right, are we together? So let's look at T. T talks about trust God. I'm sure you've heard almost all the speakers speak here today that have spoken. I'm sure they've mentioned God. Can't even count the number of times they've mentioned God. For you to be able to thrive, despite every challenges, to run through challenges and win, first of all, you need to trust God. Trust Him, commit yourself to Him. Understand His purpose for your life. Let's look at a television. Just imagine a young person or maybe a villager, somebody who has never seen a TV before, is seeing a TV for the first time. What is he going to do with that TV? For some, let's assume, because sometimes you can see your reflection on a TV, right? Right? He might say it's a mirror, right? And depending on how the TV is, he might even say he can use it as a table or something to decorate. Now, that TV would just be lying there, not living his capacity. Why? Because he doesn't understand his purpose. It's not being used for his purpose. So the first thing you need to do to thrive, someone said something that the abuse, when purpose is unknown, abuse is inevitable. You can't thrive without understanding why are you here. That's purpose. Why was I even created? That's purpose. So the person who wants to know about the TV will probably go to the manual. True or false? The manual will tell, oh, this thing is supposed to be for entertainment purpose. And then he will start using it right. The same thing with you. And that's why the first point in becoming, in thriving against all odds is trusting God, committing yourself to God, and understanding His purpose for you. I can tell you that as a young person, as a teenager, that was where my change started from. When I knew that I'm not just an ordinary person in my classroom. I'm not just an ordinary person walking along the road. I am here for a reason. I am going to school for a reason. You also need to find out what is the purpose. Why are you doing what you're doing? What's the aim? So, if you don't know it, you will find it difficult to walk against the odds. So, if you want to be that person who wants to be an executive, you really want to be on that path, you will face challenges, but how can you thrive with those challenges is to what? Trust God. Now, the H stands for have a vision and identify your value. Have a vision and what? Can I hear you? Have a vision and what? Identify your value. What is vision? Vision is the picture. My definition of vision is your picture of the future. That's one of the ways to fight against, to thrive against all odds. Let me guess, some of you here, you are 11, 12, add 10 years to your current age. What would you be? Some of you will be 22. You don't need to answer me, but answer in your mind. You'll be 22. You'll be 23. The one that is 11 will be 21. The one that is 19 will be 29. And like it or not, it will happen. Do you understand? It will what? It will happen. I still remember when I was 15. It looked like the world was never going to end. But look at me today. Do you understand me? You're on a journey. So you must have a vision for yourself. What is life going to be like when you're 29? What's life going to be like for you? What would you be doing? Where would you be? Where would you be working? That's what vision is. Visualizing, asking yourself these questions. Where would you be? If you are able to correctly help yourself begin to visualize this thing, you will be able to fight against pressure. I remember, let me tell you how my life, I used to be I used to carry last from behind in my primary school. I used to carry second from behind. That's how I used to say it. Second from behind. So I used to be the second to the last person in class. From primary and then the beginning of secondary school. And many times my mom will always be complaining, don't follow bad friends, don't date, don't go and get pregnant, don't do this and all that. But I would still want to make corners and still do all those things. But one day I came to the realization and I asked myself, please, if I do well, for example, if I pass this test, I pass this exam, who is going to be more excited about it? Who? Me. My mom might be happy, but trust me, my mom's joy will never be close to my joy. True or false? True. And that's the same thing with pain. If I get infected or one thing happens to me that at the end of the day, I'm not going to talk about pregnancy because it looks like pregnancy is the easiest example. It's not only about pregnancy. Welcome, Ma. It's not only about that. But imagine if at the end of the day, this is my life, this is my stage. My mom is already where she is. This is me. I have to define myself. So I realized that everything that I'm doing, I am doing for myself, and that changed everything about me. I started taking myself seriously. I started taking my courses seriously because I want to pass exam. I want to have money. I want to have a good family. I want to be happy. I probably even want to have a better family than the one I came from. So you must have a vision. Some of you struggle with saying no because you don't even know where you're going to. By the time I understood, God helped me, I developed a vision, and the vision led me to developing a plan for my life. My dear, I made up my mind myself that no dating till I want to get married. That the first person I will date is the first person I will marry. And trust me, I'm a fine girl now. The guys were coming. But I'm telling you that this vision that I had was the reason I had the boldness to say no. It was not because of my mom. I wasn't saying no because of my mom. I was saying no because of me. And that's where you have to get to. That's the only way you're going to thrive through these challenges. And the next thing we talked about, identify your values. They said something. A quote says, if you don't stand for something, you will fall for everything. Values are beliefs that are important to you. Things that are important to you. As a young person, you need to get to that level where you understand, you identify those things. And you're not too young for it. That's why we're having this. And we will not get tired of talking about it. In fact, it is because many people don't identify this thing early. It's the reason why our society is this bad. And that's why we're going back with the Spark Girls Conference. We're going back to the foundation. We want to catch you young. You're not too young to understand what you want. It's a journey. I'm not saying that you will know everything, but you will begin to gain clarity. And there are many people who, from a young age, they started gaining clarity. So you need to be able to identify what are the values, what are those values that are important to me. As a young person, number one was God. It's not God like my parents knew God. God, like I know God, I love God. I love Jesus. I will do anything. If this thing does not please God, count me out of it. I am that passionate about it. My second value is integrity. Oh, I don't joke with it. I like to tell the truth. And because I like to tell the truth, I avoid anything that will make me lie. From the beginning, so that I will not put myself under any pressure to now tell a lie. Do you understand? And because of that, can you see that already knowing this thing will determine the kind of friends I'm following? So if you want to thrive, you need to understand, have a vision, and what? Identify your value. And let's go to what's the next one? R, root your convictions. What did I say? Root your convictions. What are convictions? Convictions are things that you are willing to die for. Permit me to use the word. Things you are willing to die for. When I talk to young people, when they tell me, I want to study this, when I ask them, what do you want to study? And they tell you, I want to study this. And I ask them, do you really want to? Or it's just a thing of, if it happens, fine. If it doesn't happen, that's life. I tell them, take your time and answer me. And some of them will tell me, actually, if it happens, fine. That's not conviction. You need to get to that point whereby it is either this or this. That's conviction. How did I build my conviction as a young person? I was in church with my mom, and she shared a story. Somebody shared a story of, she had made up her mind that no sex before marriage. So she was going to church, and then some bad boys approached her. And they put her on the floor, and they were about to do it. And this girl just put her hand, screamed, and started eating sand. Please don't go and eat sand. It will never happen to you. Eating sand is not safe. But that story just showed me of how she was ready to die for that. Many of you need to burn the bridge and tell yourself, it's either I do all I can to make it in the right way. Some of you even have that desire, but you have it in the wrong way. Where you want to do all you can, where some girls want to do all they can to succeed, including having to sell their body. I only wish that desire, you turn it. If you turn that desire and all the effort you put into getting a man, put it into a worthy cause, it is even better. So you need to move your desires, you need to move them to a place of conviction, where you have burnt your bridge. I'm not going back. This is the life I'm pursuing, and I will do everything I can under God to get it. That's one of the ways to thrive. How do you think I saw opportunities? Oh, I can't lie to you. When I was 7, I needed money badly. Money. I needed money badly. And I remember one time, that's why it's good to have good friends. One person told me, men don't like to sleep with women when they're on their period. So just go and cook zobo. Put it inside the pad. Let him just give you the money and go. You know, you won't have sex. And I was considering it. And thank God for God. Thank God, because I was just alone in my room, and I just heard a voice that said, so you want to sell yourself for money? I just knelt down and said, but I've not done it all. I'm sorry. I have not done it all. I started crying, and that was it. I just deleted that person's number. I told God, forgive me, and that was it. You need to get to that point with your pursuit. When it becomes a conviction, trust me, you will walk away from anything that doesn't favor you. You will find the strength to walk away from anything, even if it means that you are alone. Do you know how many times? I've gone through things. If you get my book, Unshaken, I shared a lot of stories in that book of my precious story. I've met a lot of things, including when they called me a lesbian. Is it today? I stayed on my own, and I was happy. So you need to root your conviction. And then the next thing, we need to be faster. The next letter is what? Invest in yourself. Nobody was born a success. See, nobody was born a smart person. You train your brain to be smart. You train yourself. Success is the application of principles. If you sow a mango seed, you will get mango. So don't be wishing for it. Spend time, invest in yourself. That's what your teenage years is. Many of you, if you spend more time on this, instead of spending time on TikTok, on gossip, on gist, spend time, invest in yourself. That's what you should be doing. Some of you will say, I'm not born smart. It's a lie. You're not reading. That's why you're failing the exam. You're not reading. Invest in yourself. My success story changed. My success story began when I actually understood my learning style. Do you know your learning style? Do you know your reading style? Do you know how best you read? I understood I'm not a library person. I don't go to library to read. I'm a night reader, and it works very well for me, even till now. There are many types of it. You need to, that's what, invest in yourself. If you invest in yourself, you will pass your exams. You will become better. Some of you, you're telling, I'm helplessly in love. Do you know that love, emotions can be managed? That's one of the things I teach. You can manage your emotions. And trust me, if you come to me to tell me that you're in love, I can bet you that there are some things that you're doing that is making you feel you're in love. Love is a feeling. Love can be watered. Married people here will tell you that if we want love to die now, there are things you would do, and love will what? Die. There are things you would do, and love will blossom. That's it. So invest in yourself. And the next one, the V, vet your environment. And vetting your environment, I'll talk about 3 things. 1, be mindful of the friends you keep. Very important. You need to have friends who value the same thing, who are going the same direction. You have said that you don't want to do this, but when you go to your friends, that's all you will talk about. It's only a matter of time. So be mindful of the friends you keep. Pay attention to the things you expose yourself to the music you listen to. Some of you will say it's just vibe, and you're listening to love songs, and you're wondering why you are having crushes. Should I shock you people? I used to have one imaginary boyfriend. His name was Derek. I'm telling you, when I put that song inside my ear, I would just imagine me and Derek playing. It was only a matter of time. It's God that delivered me. Some of you, you watch movies, you go and watch those Indian movies where they will put, what was that thing? You put something on the floor. They will now pick it. Eyes will now put together. You will now be there. Hey, God. You will now be, See, it's because of these things you're watching. They are training your emotions. Trust me, if you give it time, you stop listening to those things and redirect those emotions, this feeling will die. That's the truth. So be mindful of the song. Don't say it's just vibe. Influence many times is subtle. Influence, that's what's happening. Some of you grew up in homes where homosexuality and all those things are not accepted. But because of the things you've been watching, suddenly it now looks like it's okay. No. So please pay attention to the things. If you want to thrive, you need to pay attention to these things. What do you watch? What do you listen to? What videos, what social media posts do you follow? And then pay attention to the things you read. I know with teenagers, you like to read love novels. Please, in as much as you read it if you read it for a certain purpose, but some of you read it to encourage your imaginations. And then you wonder why you cannot seem to do without a boy. That's why. So vet your environment. And the last one, embrace role models and contentment. Time will not permit me, but there's this principle I teach teenagers, the principle of the right pictures. Have the right pictures in front of you. Go and look for people that look like the future you want and put it in front of you. I'm not saying that you can print it, actually. You can want to print it, but you don't even have to print it. But have it in your head. These people have done these things. So therefore, I have hope that I can do it. And the more you follow those people, the more you will become. That's what God did with Abraham. He told Abraham, come and look at the stars. That was when Abraham's miracle started. Because of what he was looking. What are you looking? You need to be mindful. Some of you want to be successful, but you keep looking at people who don't do anything to be successful. And you're wondering why you're struggling. And then the last one is embrace contentment. Whatever God does not give you, don't take it. Embrace contentment. Some of you cannot say no to these things because he's actually catching you. What do you want to do with 150,000 naira or even 500,000 naira wig? What are you doing with it? Why are you not dressing your age? Do you know you are missing out? You will never be 15 again. That's a lack of contentment. You want to wear mommy's wig. A time will come, it is you that will even get tired. It's not now people are cutting their hair. They are tired of wig. And this is the same wig that you want to kill yourself for. No. That's why many times you fall easily because you're not contented. Anything your mom cannot give you, don't push for it. I'm not saying you shouldn't dream big. Dream big, oh. However, be contented. If somebody is promising you something and you have to sell yourself, you have to become somebody who you're not for that thing, it's not worth it. Do you understand me? It's not worth it. So let's go over it again. How do you thrive against all? The T stands for what? I can't hear you. The H stands for? The R stands for? Good. The I stands for? The V stands for? Then the E stands for? And contentment. Good job. Give yourselves a roll clap. Roll clap. Roll and clap. All right, so we're going to do something now. I want you to stand up. Stand up. Put one hand on your chest and the other one you raise. We're going to say an affirmation. And I want you to mean it all of your heart. And if possible, remember, this is recorded, so you can go back to it, replay it, and say it to yourself. Say, I am a Spark girl. Say it with fervency. I am a Spark girl. I commit to God. I commit to building a compelling vision for my life. I commit to developing myself daily. I will not become what? God has not made me just to be successful. We are going to say it again. I will not become what God has not made me just to be successful. Last time. I will not become what God has not made me just to be successful. Today, I choose to succeed the right way. No matter the circumstances, I choose to thrive. Who is excited? Thank you very much.
Once again, can we put our hands together for Coach T? Can we say, I choose to thrive? Can we say it again? I choose to thrive. We also recognize the presence of Dr. Right Africa. She is Dr. Ebere Oyinje. Girls, can we put our hands together for her? She will come up at the right time to talk to you about one part of social integrated science. Now it's basic science in your time. And when we get to that topic, we flip it as if it's not part of the textbook. So Dr. Right Africa will talk to us when the time comes. So can the models for the runway get ready real quick? So there's something I picked to, God, can someone just say, thank you, Jesus? Can we all say, thank you, Jesus, for the Spark Girls Conference? I'm so grateful it's happening in my time. There's one part of the Thrive acronym that says invest in yourself. It also reminds you of what the Queen Mother said when she had her session, that we should commit how many minutes? Girls, how many minutes are we committing daily? We're committing 5 minutes daily to personal development. So how many of you would do that beginning from tomorrow? In fact, you can do it today, because we're going to end this event very soon, and then hold on my pen. Thank you. So when you go back home today, how many minutes will you commit? 5 minutes. Is that too much a time? That's not too much a time. So commit 5 minutes to investing in yourself and be content. What you don't have, that you don't have it today, does not mean God cannot provide that for you through your parents tomorrow. So let's be content with what we have. So girls, can we put our hands together one more time for Coach T? Our sponsor, Kids FM, they brought something for us. Ushers, please, can you help me get the sticker from the registration point and give to the girls? Please share, please share. So when you get home, so Kids FM is a station for the family, and they are one of our sponsors for this year's edition of the Spark Girls Conference. So when you get home, you can nicely peel it off and stick on your doors, the door to your room or the door to the house. So that you just know that, okay, I got this from the Spark Girls Conference. Kids FM 101.7, they were at this year's edition. And remember, you said you were going to listen to Kids FM. Call in if you like the event, the program that you're listening to, and they say, oh, call in. Please do well to call in and let them know that you're from the Spark Girls community. It shows that, yes, you paid attention when they were speaking. So, Mrs. Omotola, I want to get the full name. Mrs. Omotola Samojediron, she is the CEO of Tola Mode Fashion House. So we're going to be having young girls like you and I display outfits from her brand. Ma'am, would you want to come say a word or two? Sure. Anyone that's closer, yes.
Hello, everyone. Please sound excited. I'm very excited. Hello, everyone. Sound like you're happy to be here. Hello, everyone. Yes, I'm talking to teenagers, so I expect loud voices. I expect people to be shouting, right? So today, we're doing something new at the Spark Conference. We're going to be having a runway show. We're going to be having a runway show. So I have my girls already at the back. So basically, I would like to start with this word. I was a young girl who had the opportunity for guidance very early. I want you to turn to your neighbor and say congratulations. Mean it, say congratulations. The fact that you are here is already a win for you. And you should have this at the back of your mind. Many people don't get to get this kind of exposure early enough, but you are here. See, what that means is that you are going to be equipped for the future that is ahead of you. And you're not just going to be equipped with just anything, but you are going to be equipped with the right values, with the right tools that you would need for that future that is ahead of you. So why are we doing fashion at a Spark Girls conference? I mean, we're talking about vision, identity, right? So we should be talking serious things. So why do you think fashion, why do you think we're going to have a runway? Does anybody have a clue? What does fashion have to do with, I mean, I'm a visionary girl. I face the serious, okay, please. Please, can you give her the mic? She doesn't have to come forward.
Thank you. I believe like as a girl with vision and someone that is cultured, fashion also has to do with modesty and decency.
Okay? All right. Fashion has to do with modesty and decency. Any other opinion? All right, there's someone here.
I feel like why fashion is part of this is because for me there's this common saying, you dress the way you want to be addressed.
Okay.
So I feel like fashion is a way of expressing oneself in this type of contemporary society.
All right, so let's take that punchline from her. Fashion is a way of what? Expressing oneself. Please take note of that word, expressing, not impressing. Did we get that? Did we catch that? It's about expressing who you are. So there's a lot you are saying by what you are wearing without having to speak. There's a lot you are saying about yourself. When you see people start to treat you in a way that you did not or you didn't expect, sometimes all you need to do is look. Maybe you look like somebody who is cheap. You have presented yourself as cheap, available. Maybe that's why somebody tapped you and said it was a mistake. Sometimes, maybe that's why. I know that some people can be foolish, right? But many times you need to first look within. You are not just communicating to people who you want them to think you are, but you are communicating to people what you think about yourself. It starts from you, your identity. Who are you? Who do I think I am? That determines how I want to present myself. So please sit back. I'm going to be having girls come forward. And I'm starting this runway by stating the fact that fashion starts with identity. Fashion, how you dress, starts with who you think you are. If you know who you are, I want you to put it down. Who are you? I believe that many people struggle because they don't even know who they are. And that's the first thing that you need to tick. Who do you think you are? If you think you know who you are, I want to see people writing. Who are you? Who are you? Right? Who are you? Who are people introducing you as? All right. Can we have the music? Is there a way we can move these chairs a little backwards so that they have room to...
Falling for the fear and about to disappear and
We have seen our girls come up. So fashion is about identity. Fashion is also about how you show up. So beyond identity, what that means is, what do you add to what is trending? What makes what you are wearing you? What makes what you are wearing peculiar to you? Are you someone who just follows trends? Are you someone who just says, oh, crop top is the in, so I need to show up in this? Or it's the bell pants now, I'm going to wear a bell pants. Why do you wear it? Do you just follow trends? Or there's something about what you are wearing that tells people who exactly you are? Let's have the girls again. Give us what they feel about fashion. What does fashion mean to you?
Hello everyone, my name is Johnson Rebecca. I think fashion means being confident, being covered, and being completely enough. Just be yourself, don't imitate anybody. Thank you.
Please, let's clap.
Hello everyone, my name is Michelle Ambakaderemo, and what does fashion mean to me? Well, I feel I don't need attention to know my worth.
Thank you. Please put your hands together. Fashion is all about knowing your worth, not attracting attention.
Hello everyone, my name is Elizabeth. I believe that my future is shaped by my good values and not by following trends.
Hello everyone, my name is Priscilla Chime. I believe my worth does not define what I wear, but who I am, my value, my character, and the way I treat people. This is more than an appearance. This is purpose, potential, and respect. Thank you.
Give it up, give it up. All right.
Good day, everyone. My name is Onu Aret Adugo. I believe fashion is all about elegance, modesty, it's beautiful and it's cool. And with the self-confidence I have for myself, I don't need to speak. My step speaks for me. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much for your time. Let's put our hands together once again for the girls. The way you show up will determine how people address you. Put your hands together.
Sending big waves.
Keep celebrating them. Yes. If you're proud of the girls you saw up here, put your hands together for them. And they are coming from the Taller Mode Fashion House. Mrs. Omotola Samo Jediron is a fashion designer. And I mean, I was asking her, please, are these for sale? Because I saw really beautiful pieces that you can wear to church, you can also wear to the office, you can wear for your casual outings. Thank you very much for the sound. Please, can we kill it? Thank you. So the Spark Girls Conference is about equipping the young girl for the future ahead. We've heard from
three amazing speakers. We've heard from Coach T. We've heard from Mrs. Wendy Prince Amadi. And we also heard from Mrs. Nkwawi J. Kalu, also known as the Queen Mother. We're also going to hear from another amazing woman. I said that part of the textbook. How many of you love basic science? Good. How many of you love biology? Beautiful. You love to draw the animal cell, plant cell, but there's one part of the textbook that when we get to that topic, we will skip it, and it's what? Reproduction. So, Dr. Ebere Oyeje is going to be talking to us for the next 20 minutes about this topic. Girls, are you ready? No, you're not sounding like you're ready. Spark girls, are you ready? The executive girls on a mission, are you ready? Okay, so can we put our hands together as we welcome Dr. Right Africa, Dr. Ebere Oyeje. Put your hands together for her. Thank you, ma'am, for coming. The girls are really super excited to have you here today because we're going high. Thank you, ma'am, for coming.
Children, are you happy? Are you happy? Are you tired of learning? Okay. All right, stand up. Greet somebody. Change your seat. Make sure the first two rows are occupied. Everybody sitting behind, come forward. Everybody. Last three seats, move to first two seats. I'm waiting. Move forward, occupy the first row. We are all guests. Everybody stay here. Come forward, come. You're my main people. Come, occupy this first row. Come, yes, yes. Yes, everybody. Move like this, move. Move, yes, everybody. Don't worry, take my seat. Move. Yes. I don't want anybody far behind. Come, turn.
You can't play on me. Devil try, but he can't take from me. Take from me. I'm too covered. You can't aim at me. Boy, don't play with me. Don't play with me. Kept me alive. Don't play with me. God bless me. Devil can't stay with me. No, don't play with me. Don't play with me. Name drop, nah, I don't need that. I keep it holy, I don't clap at it. Talk dumb, trying to crack me. But I've been through storms, you can't match that. I seen fake love up close. I seen switch ups and jokes. I seen smiles turn cold. But my God never broke. Try to bait me,
Find out the name of the person sitting close to you. Stand up, everybody.
I'm sure them heaven sent. So that mess you on. It don't live in here.
Stretch yourself.
I give them bread.
Find out the name of the person sitting close to you.
God said move, then I'm moving.
Know each other's name. I will ask you. I will pick one random person and ask. What's the name? Make a friend now. Ask your sister what's her name.
Take from me. I'm too covered. You can't aim at me.
That's what it should be.
Oh, don't play with me. Don't play with me. Kept me alive. Don't play with me. God bless me. Devil can't stay with me. Play with me. Nah, don't play with me.
We're about to enter a very serious section. I'll try not to be so serious with the section so that you can understand. But for 1 minute, close your eyes. Let's pray. In Jesus' name. In Jesus' name. Our Father, we thank you for the meeting this afternoon. We ask, oh God, that you breathe over our word and to create an impact in the life of these young ones. That in 10, 15 years to come, just for this singular meeting, they will look back and say, this is the day I took a decision to live right. In Jesus' name we have prayed. Put your hands together for yourself as you sit down. So we'll be learning since morning. My name is Onyije Ebere. They call me Dr. Right. Most times when I teach, the emphasis of my teaching is on preventive health. I teach women the importance of health by prevention, not by treatment. But you are young children, and I will teach you what will carry you. I'm not going to be so academic with you. But when you are small, or now that you are growing, you would have learned a few things about the human body. So, if I say, what is this thing called? What is this? What is it? What is it? Head. What is this one? Neck. What is this one? What is this one? What is this one? Breast. And if you're a girl here, in between your leg, what is there? Say vagina. Say it. So as a young girl, you need to first of all know that the part of the body is the part of the body. There is nothing special about one part or the other. But I will explain to you why some parts are called private and the other ones are left for the public to see. It's not just for aesthetics. It's not for moral instruction. It's not so that you can make your parents happy. It's for your own benefit. So if you're an adolescent, there are some things you start noticing. I'm going to teach you reproductive importance of purity, okay? It's not for heaven's sake. I'm saying for the one that if you make mistake, you will suffer here on earth first before you go to heaven. But say not me. Say not me. All right, so if it's just because we are streaming, I like to sit in your midst and teach you. So just look at me. Don't lose focus. When you are growing as a young girl, once you become an adolescent from 9, 10 years, your body will start developing in a funny way. Before you know it, first of all, you start becoming conscious of yourself. And I'll be like, IJ, I'm fat, or I'm slim, or I'm fair, or I'm dark. Am I even going to be tall? Is my breast getting too big? Or I don't even have breast at all. You become self-conscious. But at that time, something is happening to your body. Hormones are beginning to grow. That hormones is getting developed at a very high level. The quantity, how do I put it now? The number of hormones is increasing. And you will start noticing some things. First of all, you start developing breast. And the next thing, start developing pubic hair. Start developing hair in your armpits. You start becoming, you start passing through the boys on your street and you start noticing they are there. Before, when they send you a message, you just run, go and buy sugar and come back. And when you get to an adolescent age, before you go and look at yourself first and check whether you're properly dressed. There's something else that happens, and it's biology. You begin to get attracted to the opposite sex. It's not a sin. It's God that created it. You start noticing boys. You start feeling like, I'm a fine girl. And then boys too start noticing you. You have not committed any sin. It's the hormone God created that is speaking. That hormone is important, but it's not at this age. When that surge starts coming, that's when an average girl may likely make a mistake of a lifetime that they will regret until when they die. And that's why conferences like this are important, to teach you how to control that natural urge that God created. For instance, by the time you start growing, some of you will start wearing big bra to make their breasts look bigger, depending on what you are hearing. Or to press it so that nobody will see because you're ashamed you're having breast. Some of you, depending on the circle you are following, you start realizing that as a woman, being a woman is actually a money-making venture in the name of prostitution. Depending on the environment you grow. But I'll tell you one story before we continue. When we're in church, next Sunday, tomorrow is service, when they call or they are doing a program, say women looking for the fruit of the womb, they should come out. You will see a lot of women come out. They are looking for the fruit of the womb. Most of them are looking for the fruit of the womb for the mistakes they made when they were your age. And when you make the mistake now, the result will not show. Nobody will see it. You're actually smart. Your parents, you deceive them. Your brothers doesn't know who you are. But nature cannot be deceived. If you make mistake now, you will pay later. So I'm teaching you not for you to go to heaven. I'm teaching you so that you can survive the earth and be successful. So why is early sex debut a problem? Because most of you are more exposed than we know. If I put a notebook now around and ask everybody, ask me some personal question. I did a conference at Rumokuta Girls. And when I say pass me paper, they passed me more than 100 papers. There were a lot of them. And the questions they were asking me, even me as an adult, I don't think I've ever thought of that kind of thing before. So I no longer take you with, a pinch of salt. Because in your generation, there's something called contraceptive. During our time, we didn't know contraceptive. But now girls are discussing contraceptive so that they can be safe to practice sex. So look at me. What are the dangers, medical dangers? What are the problems you can run into if you start now to live wrong? Also look at me. My time is short. I came to warn you. Life na per head. Say it. Life is what? Per head. Say per head. No matter how much your mother loves you, if anything happens to you, you will carry it yourself. They can cry for you, they can be happy for you, but it's for yourself. If you succeed, for yourself. If you fail, for yourself. If you cheat, for yourself. If you live bad life, it's for yourself. Yesterday I was discussing with my husband. He comes from a polygamous home. His mom is from a polygamous home where their grandfather married 6 wives. And all the females there, pretty ladies, ended up in very sad situations. Because when your hormones start surging, suddenly you become very beautiful and attractive. That is the time you will most likely make a mistake. If somebody like me or your coordinator is not here to warn you. Most of them, children who can go out, make money, buy Indomie, fry egg. Other people are eating yam and beans. Who can go and shop, can buy wig, who can travel. They're living very immoral lives. And men are there who are ready to sponsor little girls, whose job it is to spoil young girls. By the time they finish whiling away their youth, most of them, we were counting yesterday, more than 11 of them, ended up, most of them did not marry. Some of them didn't have children. All of them are back home. Some got disease and died. The ones that is remaining now is now in church, protocol and usher. Some are selling underwear, men's boxers. But they had opportunity to make their future beautiful. But they thought they were doing their parents. They thought they were being smart. What is the danger of premature sex? Number one is medical dangers. Let's go to the health dangers. If you hear of HIV, I work in UPTH. If you follow me and come to UPTH, you will see that there are many young people who are HIV positive. Do you understand? When I'm not here to scare you, I'm telling you the truth. There are many young people like you who are HIV positive. And how do you get HIV? Just once. Of let me do what other people are doing. And maybe that day they gave you 10,000 naira. Maybe the boy did not even give you anything. After telling you, I love you, and he's telling 3 other girls, the same, I love you. By the time the person tests herself in the next 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, result is HIV positive. They are wondering what happened. If you understand, there is a disease called hepatitis. There is something that causes ovarian cancer that people also get during sex that condom cannot prevent. You will first of all learn to close your leg and protect your future. If any of you, God forbid, not you people, if any teenager turns out to be HIV positive at this young age, you will change the trajectory of your life into survivor instead of succeeding. Before I continue, I want you to know, you are young, but I want it to sink into your head that the boy you are dealing with does not run equal risk as you. That boy in your class, that uncle in your street, that your relation that nobody knows is a bad person, that man that is chatting you on social media, men don't run the same risk as women when it comes to sexual encounter. So a man will sleep with you, give you HIV, but if a woman is positive, he may sleep with a man and not get HIV. The man will not get it. Because of the way God created the women's body. You know, our body is open. So a man comes in, he deposits nonsense in you. In exchange for I love you. In exchange for you are the only one, I swear. There's no other girl, it's only you. If you leave me, I will die. The man will swear, give you everything he owns until he destroys your future. He moves to the next victim. So to prevent future infertility, prevent future problem with your uterus, prevent future issues, you start now to close your leg. Because in 10, 15 years, you will look back and remember. You may not tell anybody, but you will know you are the architect of your own problem. You may even lie to your husband. You may lie to everybody. But you will know when you were in school, when you were sneaking out, when you were taking Postino, you will know when you are drinking alcohol and kai to remove pregnancy. You will know when you were getting infection you were not treating properly. At your age, you are treating recurrent itching discharge. You will know, you will remember. By the time the thing travels into the uterus, there's something called fallopian tube. When the infection climbs up the fallopian tube, it will be causing scarring. When it continues to cause scarring over time, or when that scare is healing, it will stricture, it will lock. That time you were 17, 19, 21, you won't know. Until you're 26, 27, you're about to get married. And suddenly, pregnancy is not happening. Suddenly, you say it's your village people, it's your mother-in-law, it's your husband. They will not do a test. They say, oh, he has blocked fallopian tubes. And the girl will not remember. And the man or the boy she did the thing with many years ago has gone ahead to marry and have a good life. You will start now to fight infertility. I'm teaching you for your future. So whatever I'm teaching you, save it for the future. This is why somebody comes to you. If a boy is talking to you, remember Dr. Rice said, I don't have the same risk as this boy. He can go scot-free with this thing we're about to do. Women don't go scot-free like that. Outside the potential health problem, what was the psychological problem? Let me explain to you. By the time they taught you condom, taught you postino, and you think you are protected, that pregnancy is the only problem you can have, you start living a very randy lifestyle. There's a girl, when we were growing up, they call her Uju Henneken. You know what it means? Just give her Henneken, she will open her leg. Till today, I don't know why it's Henneken they are giving. Not even malt or Coke, the one that is sweet. Can you imagine that you, like this, in your street? Because let me tell you, boys talk. When they do it, they will go and talk. Can you imagine on your road, in your class, in your secondary school, or year one, or university, the boys already know you. They say, she's dating Steve. After a year and 6 months, you and Steve go quarrel. You start dating Emeka. Before you quarrel, you finish school. You're not dating Anthony. Before you reach age to marry, people will say, no, I'm not going to marry. I'm not be Steve, Emeka, Anthony. We knew her in school. Meanwhile, you were the hottest girl in school. You're the only one who can buy 2 packets of Indomie, 4 eggs, and your parents does not know. You're the only one who can afford hair. You're the only one who can buy the cream that is in town. You're the one that have the latest food. You're the one that your data does not finish. You exchange your destiny for peanuts. And you will have friends that will teach you. Say, everybody is doing it. My brother, everybody is not doing it. It's only that circle of people you're relating with, those wrong people, that make it look like it's okay to live bad life. I'm not asking you to stop living bad life so that you go to heaven. I'm saying that if you leave it here on this earth, you will pay. You will pay dearly with your health. What of the psychological torture? What of the shame? You know what they call pride? The pride of a woman. That you got married or you live somewhere around the neighborhood and everybody knows you and say, no, not Julie. Ah, Julie not a girl. So go and try Julie, she will not agree. Everybody will know. You know the funny thing? The first boy will come and try. You will not agree. They will go and tell another person. Another person will come and try. You will think you are the hottest girl in the street. You don't know they are all coming to try who will win. By the time they are done and nobody wins, everybody will leave you alone. Let me now shock you. Give it 6, 7 years in the future. They are looking for who to settle down with. They are looking for who to discuss with their family. They will still come back to that Julie that refused many years ago. And the Angelina that was good girl, that was doing Ashebi with her body, that was doing prostitution in disguise. Everybody will talk about the girl. They will know. If you want to have a beautiful future, you need to close your leg. What of distraction? When we were in medical school, we had 2 girls, a girl and a boy, that were doing couple. They were coupling in school. Everybody knows them. Anywhere you see this one, you see this one. After some time, you will hear that, if I call her name, they will know the person. Maybe I'm online. We used to hear that they are fighting. Like some days they will not come to school. So I'm fighting. That the boy called one girl. The girl, I now check your phone. Like, really, she's a student too. By the time they finish fighting for the day, they're not coming to class that day. It was only year 3 before they wafted 2 of them out of medical school. I'm sure the girl's parents will even know where her problem is coming from. Some of you now go into the university and you couple. You go to school, you move into a boys' hostel. You move into a boys' room. The boy is sleeping with you. You are cooking. You are fighting. You are going to market. You are making indomie for 2. You are now living like a married woman. For a boy that will not marry you, he will not marry you. He has sense. When time reach, he will leave you and go to the gate that refused that time. You will not be depressed. You will not hear things like, after 17 years, after I gave him my 13 years, after I gave him 9 years of my life, I met him as a nobody. We grew up together, he left me. No, he has sense. You were too cheap. Nobody likes cheap article. If you start now to involve yourself with immorality, you will look like the talk of the town. You will be young, older than most of your mates. You will dress better than most of your mates. You will look like you have arrived too early. You'll be the babe of town. When the time reaches for people to be babe, your matter has gone, far gone. When I was in basic, listen, children. You are not too young. When I was in secondary school, first of all, some preachers came from SCM to come and teach us. And they said, oh, if you know you want to remain a virgin till you marry, get up and make God a vow. That I will not know the implication. With all of us, you know how you get up, everybody's getting up, you fall and get up. All of us got up. They don't say any day you sleep with a man, God will kill you. I said, I don't die. That's how some of us were virgin. It's not like we want to like be virgin. But he helped us. One day I was in basic. I came to Rumola. This is a true story. I'm telling you, you are not young to know the truth. You are beautiful, so the men will come. But it's not everything that hungry somebody they used to eat. The hormones in your body are asking for sex. It's true. It's biology. But you can wait. If you start thinking of what to do with your career, if you start thinking of how business to pick up, if you start thinking of church to serve, if you start thinking of conferences like this to volunteer, your natural head would get distracted away from sex. But if all you do is to press phone, chat on Instagram, to talk to strangers on Messenger, talk to girls about how to do it and nobody will find out, you will see yourself, you will lose value. That day I was passing Rumola like this. You know, when you're a virgin, like you're not like a virgin, but shy, you're just a timid girl. Because you don't have anybody to impress. Now you don't have a boyfriend. I went to our house. I was coming back with stew. I carried stew inside Costa Rubber. I was a basic student. My mind not even go guy. Like I really want to get to the room, go put my stew for fridge. And I met one of my classmates in Rumola. My secondary school classmate. She had a small jeep. This small jeep. That used to be very small, babyish, toyish car. She must be watching this thing. She saw me. She was not speaking for me. Like, babe, we just finished secondary school. And she was like, Ebere. Now, wow, you don't want to be tush. This butter car. Look at how you're just dressed. Why are you carrying sack bag? Yeah. She didn't come to catch me. I'll be like, not true. I'm not supposed to carry sack. Maybe I would have put it in something more tush. She'd be like, hop in. Me, I hop in like this. Bah. I got this. Tucci. It's better not kill me. And I say, car, you have car. She said, be there now, life is passing you. All this church I be doing in secondary school, you are still misbehaving in Port Harcourt. My sister, I saw they carry me from Motovu, drive me to presidential quarters. You know that Rumola, there's presidential estate, Oyibo people. When I enter where this guy is staying, by Jesus, I say, my sister, we were just 19. The guy was living with a white man. I'm not lying to you. I'm sorry, Tochi. I have to teach these people. In case you see this video. Do you know? I'm not lying, 90 years. She was a babe. wearing very big loop earring. Big, giant, like somebody's hand can pass. But me, self, I never even coordinate my life well enough. Like, I don't even know how to rap out. I was just a timid, erotic, I don't get sense like that. Do you know that we now enter? Girl was not like, Ebere, just make yourself comfortable. She was not, and she was so slim, and I'm fat. Hey, I'm like, Jesus, life has passed. She just offered me drink. Said, what else will you drink? I'm like, Tuchi, fear can't they catch me. I said, I want to go. She said, relax, relax. I will expose you to life. I said, Tuchi, I know where I expose. I won't go out. I was afraid because if you enter this very beautiful big place that if you lost, nobody will find you. By the time I finished begging her, she said, all right, if you insist, I just want you to, my younger sister is coming, but I just want you to have a life. But you since you don't have a life, you don't have a life. She'll just funny, like, okay, all of us go to school, we know Sabi speak funny. But this girl is funny, like she was far. So she now went and dropped me at Rumola. I called entire bus. Inside the bus, I was just thinking, like, what just happened? Not be 1 year like this we graduate from school. Hey, this basic I want to do, maybe I'm not even thinking about my life well. I came to do basic. That same girl, give it some years, like 6-7 years later, my house in Ajib, my neighbor said, oh, the husband's elder sister is coming, blah, 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 and the younger sister, and color me shocked. It was her. She now saw me. I'd be like, you don't marry. I say, yeah, so, timid girls now will marry quick. Like, I had to be a virgin to marry, so I had to marry quick. Do you get? Her husband did. When I was 19, by turning 20, I had 15 suitors. 15. Ask anybody that knows me. 15 like this. They were perching like fly. Because I had big body, I had sexually appealing body, but I didn't know a man. So when they come and realize that you have never slept with them, everybody wants to stay. By the time I eventually married, she came to that house. I've had 3 of my children. By 24, I've had 3 of them. So she came and said, maybe, how now? I said, fine. By that time, I don't see the Jeep again. By the time we started this life, I now finished my BSc. I said doing my MBBS, went back to school to read medicine. I read anatomy first. Finished with children, wrote JAMB, went back and started reading medicine. I finished, I did my master's. As a doctor, did my PhD. Started public speaking. Go to events everywhere around the world to teach, like I'm teaching you now. If I open her social media handle, she has joined the Rastafarian people. She's not doing Jai Rastamana. She's not married. I'm not making mockery of her. I'm just teaching you. She's not married. Nothing to go for. We were in the same class in secondary school. So you that want to become exposed before time, when it's time for exposure, life would have left you far. This is the time to discover a purpose. I want to be a fashion designer. You start to go to school, read, craft, draw, pray, serve in a church. Live life. Life will come to you at the appropriate time. But if you turn your hand of opposite and start eating what adults are eating, what happened to adults will happen to you as a child. And before you become an adult, you have swapped your destiny for iPhone 15. When we were small, it was BlackBerry. BlackBerry is my time up. BlackBerry, those days was BlackBerry. If you had BB pin, they were like a tush thing. They had BB pin, give me your pin. All the people that they killed, that went to Lagos and Abuja to go and do prostitution because of BBP, the BlackBerry is no longer raining. One day, iPhone will not even be raining. Young girls, look at me before I leave. You are not going to be chased because you want to go to heaven alone. You are going to be chased because it's too risky for you as a girl to start now to expose yourself to 1 million sexually transmitted diseases. That's the clinic I work in UPTH. I work in STI clinic. There's the amount of disease people can contract through sex is more than 50. And everybody wear trousers and skirt. There's a girl I was speaking to that came to my clinic. She's newly married. She's HIV positive. She didn't tell her husband. The husband doesn't know. And I'm wondering who will be the husband's mistress. The girl will give the husband will give the mistress. Maybe the husband will give you iPhone 17 or 15 and transfer HIV. I want you to be warned. Your parents will not know. If you do it, nobody will know. Your body will report when it's time. But it's not you. Say, not me. Say, not me. Well, stand up. Let's pray. Sorry, people didn't invite me as a pastor, but I'm a pastor. I will soon round up. Stand up. Everybody stand up. It's easy to teach you to live right. But there's something called the power to live right. God can give you the power to live right. Even as adults, it's difficult for us to live right. So close your eyes. I'm leaving in 1 minute. Close your eyes, young children. And tell God to give you the ability to live right. Irrespective of the teachings, Holy Spirit can help you. Don't put you in situations where you are raped. Don't put you in situations where you compromise. Close your eyes, everybody. And ask God, give me grace to live right. That thing that is hungry you now, when time go reach, when you marry, now you go run from room. But you will not make mistake because God will help you. Close your eyes. Ask God to help me to live right. I don't want to make mistake. I don't want to catch HIV. I don't want to have pregnancy before I'm married. I don't want to be a school dropout. If you get pregnant, you'll be a school dropout. Your life will never be the same. God can restore you, but it will be difficult. Close your eyes. Don't look at me. Tell God, help me to live right. Share the dream you have before I leave. Tell God, I want to be a doctor. I want to be a nurse. I want to be an astrologist. I want to be a teacher. I want to, whatever you want to be. I want to live in America. I want to own houses. I want to share that dream with God so that he can help you while you are living right to focus on your dream and your life will not make mistakes. Our Father, we thank you for these young ones. We ask, oh God, he said that no man comment unto you except you call him. We ask that over these ones, we shield them by the blood of Jesus. That no error of society, no useless thing that goes on social media or in their time will catch up with them. They will live right for God. And tomorrow your life will be example to your generation. In the name of Jesus Christ, we have prayed. Amen. Put your hands together for me. For me. Now, say that they clap. Thank you very much. Please sit down. Allow me 1 minute. Do you have any question? They are young children. I'm coming back. So am I coming back? I can answer from here. Okay. For this thing, I'm going to try this twice.
Thank you, ma'am. Can we put our hands together for Dr. Right Africa? I'm so envious of you all. I am so envious of you all. Because when we were growing up, they would tell us about the fallacies and use it as a tool to get us not to do it. They weren't this, our mothers weren't this raw. Nobody's telling you what is in between your leg. Nah. But you are born in a time as this, and you're hearing it the way it is, because the information out there doesn't care about who it's meeting. You open your Facebook, you hear a lot of lies, Instagram and Twitter and, TikTok. But now you're hearing it the way it is. You know HIV, right? You know about HIV, right? And you've heard from a doctor. She's a doctor. So take it seriously. And there is a prayer she prayed. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. I mean, not just taking the decisions, but God giving you the power to do the right thing. Can we once again put our hands together for Dr. Ebere Onyije? Thank you so much, ma'am, for blessing us with that. So, right now, your questions. How many of you were putting down questions while she was teaching? You have questions for her, right? You have questions. So, it's the time for the question and answer. So, if your question is based on what Dr. Wright has taught us, or based on what Coach T has taught, any question, we would give it to the person, it's in their field. So if you have questions, please, can I see your hands? The ushers have mics. Okay, someone has a question here.
How are you able to like cope with the pressure to actually, because medicine is a really competitive field that it's not really easy to get into it. So how were you able to cope with the pressure to go into school, and even when you were in school, how were you able to keep up with the grades? Because if you're studying medicine and you don't keep up with your grades, you'll be moved to another course, or they'll ask you to leave the school. So how were you able to keep up with that? That's the first question. So the second question is, you've been stating all about the effects of sexual abuse, how we shouldn't go into it and all. How about people that are already into it and want to come out of it? How is it possible for you to come out of it? That's the question.
Okay, so am I allowed to sit down? Okay, so the question is, how did you cope? Okay, children, let's stay like this. Okay. Okay, I should come here.
Yes.
Okay, so the question is, how did you cope being in medical school? First of all, it's very hard to be in medical school. Oh. Do you understand? But there's something called passion. Like, I really want this thing. Your coach said something about it. Like, without this thing, I would die. Let me put it that way. It's not like you will die true, but you really, really want this thing. My story is different. It's not an everyday story. Okay? But I have an uncommon passion. So I did basic. I wrote JAMB. I wasn't given medicine. They gave me human anatomy. I went to university, got married in year 1, had my 3 children, graduated, went for youth service, and wrote JAMB again. And came back to the same school to read medicine. And I read it for 6 years. I didn't fail one course, not once. I didn't write any receipt. I read, and God helped me. One is there's something God factor. There's something called support system. And 3, there's something called passion. You must have an undying passion for that thing you want to be. So you want to read medicine. How do you survive in medical school? They say if four wise people you're working with 4 wise persons, you become the 5th. When we go to medical school, you don't really have friends outside your department. The only friends you have are also medical students. So you are all suffering, they suffer together. Our life is just book. You will not know you are suffering because everybody is, I don't know how to put it. Like you are all 6 people and 6 of you are suffering. So you think suffering is a normal life. It's only when you're in medicine and you're making friends with somebody in theater arts whose life is maybe the exam that day. Like I have a daughter, when she said she's going for exam, he said they went to play tennis. I'm like, this is your exam. So your life is sweet too. So if you have somebody in theater arts and the exam is, they went to dance, went to dance Ikwere dance, and it's an exam, and they're scoring A and B. And your own exam, you require like 14 textbooks to read it. You'll be feeling very miserable. But if you have friends within the people that are pursuing the same thing you are pursuing, because life is so wide, but everybody moves in circle, I must teach you. When you get to school, go and identify people that look serious and get close to them. Don't get close to the people that easily, you know, when you enter a class, there are people that easily come to your class to want to be friends with you. Those ones are mostly very dangerous people. You see the girl that's minding her business, she's always reading, doing her assignment. try and get close to that person because she's focused. Because two of you work together and it's easy to achieve any dream. So you want to be a doctor, a lawyer, anything you want to be. But before, just tell God, I want to be a nurse. However it's difficult, I will do it. I will keep doing it until I get it. When I get into school, I will read until I graduate. And it's very easy. The only thing you need is, strength of character. Say, this is what I want to do. Now, for sexual debut, if you're already having sex, thank God that you are in the meeting today. Thank God you have not made mistake that is not redeemable. God gives everybody second chances. But the fastest way to stop the life you are living is to stay away from the person you are living it with, which is very hard. Let me explain to you. If you tell the boy, I'm not doing again, he will say he will die. He said, I will kill myself after I've loved you like this. He's not dying anything. He's just lying. He just wants what you have been giving him. So if you want to stop associating with that person you are doing that thing with on your phone. Bring out your phone, block him. Don't explain. Don't tell him why. Don't say, I need to meet with you. We need to explain because of where I went to teach. I don't think I want to do this thing again. If you do it, two of you will cry there and two of you will go home together in love. So when you finish sharing today, send him a text and say, I don't want to be talking to you again today. You block him, and you pray, and God will help you. It's difficult, but it's doable. Before you know it, you forget about that and you live right. Okay? Thank you, everybody. Any more questions?
Yes, they have more questions.
So I wanted to ask, since they said that, I wanted to ask because of the way they say that it's easy to like get involved with such actions with boys. Does that mean we need to does that mean we need to like separate ourselves? Like, is it now a bad thing to have a male friend, like just a friend? Is it bad?
Okay, she has a very intelligent question. People should clap for her first. She said, is it bad to have a male friend? Is it bad to have a male friend? But it's bad when your male friend begins to suggest things that are bad. That's why you have this conference. That's why Auntie Toyo is a very good auntie. Your Coach T is a good teacher to have. If me and you were discussing now, and I came into this class, and we are teaching, and I told you there is Indian hemp, and it's healthy. Even if I'm a doctor teaching you, you know that is wrong. Am I saying the truth? So when you have a male friend, first of all, the easiest way to commit any sin is privacy. Say privacy. Say what? Privacy. Don't ever get involved with anybody, including some women who are bad, and have private moments with them. When somebody says, come to my house, my daddy have gone out. Can I come to your house when your parents go? Can I come to my hostel? Other people have gone to read. Any friendship you are doing with anybody, both male and female, make sure you are always in an open place where people are watching. And when somebody begins to suggest something, tell the person clearly that, oh, this you are saying, I don't do this kind of thing. And guess what? Everybody understands boundary. Once you say that, they will try again. You say no, they will not suggest it to you again. They will even make it look like you're timid, but it's you they will respect more than the person who gave in to them. So it's good to have male friends, but make sure you have boundaries. And don't let your male friend tell you to come anywhere that nobody is aware. Even your uncles, your aunties, your cousins. Do you understand? Thank you very much.
I want to ask. Okay, so we have a question for you, ma'am. Can you help us understand what it means to sexualize oneself through appearance, dressing, and pictures, and why it can be a concern?
All right. I think that's a very serious question. How many of us believe that? Who understands what sexualize means? Is a question from one of them?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. So who understands what sexualize mean? That means you make something to appear, like you make something to communicate sex, right? So when you dress up something to communicate sex to people, like I said earlier, dressing up, I mean, how you show up says a lot without you saying anything, right? So yeah, if you're sexualizing something, it means you are dressing something up to emphasize the sex organs or the sexual features of that person. And the question is, how can this affect?
Said, how can help us understand what it means to sexualize oneself through appearance and why it can be a concern?
All right, so sexualizing through appearance is dressing up and emphasizing your sexual features. I think Madam Iberi talked about your sex organs, right? We know what our sexual organs are. We have talked about those things. So any dressing that emphasizes your sexual organ is advertising, is sexualizing you, right? So your butt, your breast, anything showing off your breasts, anything showing off your butt or too tight, showing all the contours in your butt, it means that you are showing people, emphasizing your sexual features, and you are communicating sexualization. So it's very important to know this. So when you put on your clothes, look at yourself and say, what are my clothes saying? Am I wearing, what is this clothes emphasizing in my body? Is it emphasizing my personality? Is it emphasizing the values that I stand for? Or is it emphasizing my sexual parts? So when you are conscious of this, you'll be able to navigate your choice of outfits, the things that you wear, and the likes. Thank you.
Okay, please, does anybody have any other question for Dr. Wright? Okay, you, and then I'll have one more question for you, and that'll be it for this session. So please come this way.
I was in a different meeting. I refused them to come.
My last topic in basic science that's about the reproductive system and everything. So I also saw something that talks about masturbating. Ma, what is the meaning of masturbating?
Meaning of what?
Masturbating. She said she saw something in her basic science last time, if I'm right, right?
Yes. Ma, I saw something in my basic science about masturbating. What's the meaning?
Okay, what's the meaning? Ma, she's saying, what's the meaning of masturbating? She saw something like that in her basic science last term.
They said it's something related to oneself. Like, you are trying to, like what you explained, you said one's sexual system, you wanting to have all those type of things, but preventing it, so like trying to do it on yourself. Is it the true meaning of masturbating? I want to just confirm.
That's the true meaning, but it's not something you want to practice. Okay? So she understands what it means. It means somebody trying to be adventurous with your body by yourself. But it's a habit that if you pick, it may require deliverance before you can stop it. So it's something that you shouldn't get involved with.
Are you listening?
And I would like to know the textbook that is teaching you.
Which school? Which science? Which type of textbook?
On a very serious note.
They said,
is it your science? Is it the one they recommended in school, or the one you saw in the school's library?
I saw it in my textbook I was using.
So it's in the textbook she's using.
What class are you in?
Just
Which school?
Alvin. Like, it was talking of bad attitudes based on.
It's okay, don't worry.
Okay, you can see her after this.
Don't worry. Don't be afraid. No, it's fine.
No, you can.
The question, right? So it's good that you know and you are clear about what it means.
But we're worried about textbooks.
She's worried about
just 2 textbooks that are teaching
already
children.
suggestive, yeah.
It's a terrible thing.
So I believe that many books nowadays, because, I mean, if the book did not expose it, they
child
can
will
still
not
see it on social media and all the likes.
No, but
There's age appropriate
material.
Yeah.
materials.
Hmm.
Sex education is done according to age.
Age.
If they were 25, 20 to 25, 30, that's different thing I would have taught them.
Yeah.
As age appropriate things you learn as you get
grow.
into, when your brain is old enough to
understand and grasp
what,
it, yeah.
and not get involved with risk.
True.
So, ma'am, this is for you, Mrs. Omotola. How can girls find their personal style while still maintaining their values? How can girls find their personal style while still maintaining their values?
So I think the question has been answered in several ways, but I'll put it this way. I always tell people that fashion is from inside out and not from outside in. Fashion is already showing us who you are, what you prefer. So there are gazillions of options of clothes that you can wear, for example, but there is one that you gravitate towards, right? You can go to a boutique and you see several options of dresses, clothes, tops, trousers, and the likes. But there is one that you chose in the middle of those options that you had, right? Those choices are already starting from who you are, the kind of person that you are. I know that as children, maybe our children still buy us, our parents still buy us clothes sometimes, or sometimes when they even give you the opportunity to choose, there is something that you gravitate towards, right? So that choice is coming from inside. There is how you see people on TV dress up, how they look, your personality, how do I put it? Your choice of who you decide to even look like comes from inside out. It comes from what you count as important, what is important to you. So I always tell people it starts from inside. It starts from investing in yourself. Who are you? Your style starts from who you are. Once you understand who you are, right? How do you want to show up? What do I represent? When I enter into a place, how do I want people to remember me? Once you can answer those questions for yourself, you would be able to make the kind of choices from all the options that you see, right? Because you're not making clothes, right? So you're going to see clothes. Maybe some of us are not making clothes now. So you're going to see the options of clothes, maybe in a boutique. Maybe you go to a tailor, you saw a style, you want them to make it for you. But those choices come from who you are. So whatever you're wearing now, I want you to look at yourself and tell yourself the truth. Because sometimes if they give you something else, you say, I don't like this one. Sometimes our parents give us clothes to wear. It's like, you're not confident. And there's one they will give you, just like, they're gonna take. Do you get? So that thing, that expression is coming from within. So you need to start the development from within. Who am I? What do I stand for? What are my values? This is how you develop style. So it will determine your choice of outfit that you wear and to determine how you want to show up everywhere you go. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Ebere Onyije and Mrs. Omotola Sam Ojediro, for this beautiful session. I'm sure my girls have had an amazing time. Girls, can we put our hands together for them? Thank you so much, ma'am. So if you still have a question, you can meet any of them. If you know Mrs. Ojediro is in the fashion space, Dr. Wright is for the medical heart-to-heart talk. So maybe they might spare you a few minutes of their time, but we need to go home. We need to go home. We've been here since morning, and whatever has a beginning, they say, has an end. So thank you very much, ma'ams, for your time. I prefer this left side. Yes, thank you. So how many of you have your cards you picked up when you were given? How many of you have some card? Can I see you? Something? No, not this one. Yes, that one, yes. So it's for a reason. It wasn't given to you as something to just, it wasn't given to you as a souvenir. So at the back, after the close of the conference, you can go behind and shop for free. You get to that table where you can see some items hanging, and then on the table, choose the one that fits you. You're not paying for it. We want to thank our organizer, our convener, Mrs. Toyo Oyeniyi. We say thank you, Coach T. We want to also deeply appreciate our sponsors, Kids FM 101.7. We want to say thank you to Wish FM 99.7. We also want to appreciate Kikosh Studios. Thank you, Orisha Crest. Thank you, Madagascar Foods. Thank you to a very wonderful media house, Love Garden Media Production. Thank you so much. And we want to appreciate all parents that have brought out their girls today. Girls, was this worth your time? Did you learn something? Are you going to talk to your friends about what you learned today? Are you going to be good ambassadors of the Spark community? Please don't sleep with this information. Talk to your friends. When you send messages to them, tell them about what you learned today, the good things you learned today. You're armed for your future. Remember, the theme for this year's edition of the Spark Girls Conference is what? What's the theme? Can we say it louder? That doesn't sound like an executive's voice. Can I hear you say it louder? Shortly, they will be handing you feedback forms. Please share the forms. Give us your honest feedback about today's conference. I want to deeply appreciate everyone that has come out here. We want to say thank you. And I would be, please make sure you fill out the feedback forms and then give it to the ushers. We need that information. We want to thank our parents. Thank you, parents. Thank you, guardians. Thank you to everyone. Someone that told someone else about the Spark Girls Conference. Those of you that made it a date. How many of you will be here next year as Jesus tarries in his coming? How many of you will tell your friends in school? Yes, please tell them. I want to see all the girls in your class next year. All the girls in the school. As long as they live in the city of Port Harcourt, they need to be in the Spark Girls Conference. How many of you wish your friend came with you? How many of you wish all your class girls were here? My hand is up. So I want to say a very big thank you. Miss Chika loves you. I hope to see you next year as Jesus tarries in his coming. So please fill out the feedback forms and then give to the usher that handed it over to you. I'll be inviting our convener, Coach T. She's an amazing woman. Can we put our hands together for Coach T? Clap like an executive. Thank you, Coach T, for putting this together. So she's coming to give us her closing remarks, and after then, we'll be on our way home.
Wow. Did you have a good time? Okay. Was it worth it? All right. Thank you so much for being a part of it. Special thanks to your parents. You know, it takes a lot for a parent to trust, trust another person, trust their child to someone else. And honestly, I feel really honored. So please, when you go back home, I want you to give them a feedback. Apart from telling them what you learned, tell them Coach T said she feels really honored and she is grateful for bringing you here. So, like she said, we have this every year. So we look forward to having another amazing and even better experience next year. We want the conversation to continue. Many things we said here, there's still a lot to talk about. It's just because we don't have the time. How many of you know that you would like to have more talks like this? Let me see your hand. You like to have more opportunities like this? Good. So we are creating a Spark Girls community. I thought you would clap. we are creating, we have a community for teenagers, but we want to create a Spark Girls community. And the essence is for us, for these conversations to continue, okay? So if you're interested, I would like you to go to the registration stand and sign up, put in your number, if your number is not available, you put your parents and all that, and we're going to contact, add you to the group for us to, it's going to be interesting. We'll continue our conversation. We'll have a working curriculum, okay? We'll have interesting conversations that will help you gain clarity, build convictions, and, grow better, okay? So I'd like you to, if you're interested, just go to the registration stand and write your name, okay? As she said, the shop for free is going on there. If you're interested, if you got it, what's the procedure? I think you have to, if you got it, just just remain seated, okay? You guys will have to go in a file, just so that it's organized. We don't want a crowd. We don't want the crowd to be there. So you go out. It has to be one after the other, okay? For those of you, we have very fantastic stuff. Trust me. Don't be shy, oh. Don't say, there are some very nice, fantastic stuff there. So you want to try them out, okay? So thank you once again. God bless you guys. I'll see you. I'll talk to you. Thank you. Where is